So, welcome to the Raznikov Archipelago, or more commonly known as the Islands of the Moon. This is a land where darkness holds ultimate power, where the creatures of the night rule in brutal tyranny. Once a thriving haven for pirates and explorers alike, a tropical land full of promise and wonder. Now the islands are a twisted place of nightmares, surrounded by a raging maelstrom. Those who have the misfortune of calling these islands home find themselves prisoners with no hope of escape. It's been nearly 200 years since the last sunrise on the islands. With the death of the light, a dark lord rose to power. The Lord of Whispers and his corruption have spread throughout the islands, toppling ancient kings and replacing them with ruthless tyrants. The Lord of Whispers is said to offer you your heart's desire and the protection of the capital towns, asking only obedience in return. Many have heard his offer, though once they realize their dreams, most find their lives are empty and their hearts are resentful. These are the inhabitants of the capital towns and the larger settlements, where backstabbing and treachery vie for the favor of the puppet kings that serve the Lord of Whispers. The stalwart few still remain that are true of heart and strong of will, those that will not bend to the Lord of Whispers' will. These people have hard lives, scraping out a living in the backwaters and wildernesses of the islands, unprotected from the creatures of the night. The Lord of Whispers waits with a stranglehold of hardship upon these souls, keeping them constantly under siege by monsters and disease, knowing that given enough hardship, even the strongest heart will break and beg to hear his offer. But there is hope for these prisoners of circumstance. The fabled safe havens said to be immune to the whispers and repellent to the monsters that stalk the dark corners of the wilds. Hallowed ground. Legend says that when a great hero dies a noble and selfless death, the Lady Galent, Saint of Light, will bless the ground on which they fell, keeping all who reside within safe. For the people of Braskov, hallowed ground is a legend sang of by bards to briefly lift the perpetual gloom of the life on the northern coast of Westerveld. There we go. At the mouth of the Vlata River squats the cramped fishing town of Braskov. Hunkered down between the twisted dead branches of the stranglethorns to the west and the ominous gloom of the black oaks to the east, its crumbling wattle and daubed buildings huddle together with crooked backs against the howling sea wind. The red clay roof tiles are cracked and leaking, and the streets are strangled with carts, crates, and washing lines. The air is thick and saturated with the smell of smoked fish and boiling hide, pierced by the cries of seagulls and the grunts of livestock. A high wooden stockade clasps around the town with a tight defensive grip. 5 watchtowers break up the ring of sharpened trunks in a desperate attempt to quell the paranoia of life in the Vlata Valley. But despite the hardship of life here, there is warmth in the flickering candlelight behind thick glass windows. There is laughter here and love, though they are jealously guarded against the night and its strangers. The people here, like the land, are hard and often cold, unforgiving to outsiders. But if you have coin to spend or tales of far-off places where life is more forgiving, then you may buy their attention, if only for a moment. As with most places, the warmest reception is to be found at the inn. The Golden Stag, with rooms to rent, warm food and cold ale, is a good place to start. So, For those of you who find yourselves in the Golden Stag, that will be Leoquinor and Torlek. So for you, flickering candles and a hearty fire give the common room of the Golden Stag a warm and peaceful glow. It's around midday, and the room is sparsely filled. You see an elderly dragonborn female sitting by the fire on a table of her own, staring intently at a small collection of bones that she has just rolled on the table. Her expression is covered by a hood, but her body language suggests that she is deep in thought and best not disturbed. There are other patrons huddled together in small groups, talking in murmured whispers over half-finished mugs of ale, perhaps in respect of the hushed atmosphere around the Dragonborn, or perhaps their discussion is not for the ears of strangers. You try to catch a few wry words, but hear nothing of interest. At the bar, the welcoming form of Victor Mensch is cleaning, while sharing several mugs of ale with a grey-haired dwarf, who, despite his age, has sharp eyes and a muscular build, suggesting a life lived by the sword. The dwarf turns to look over his shoulder, above the fireplace, on an ornate golden mount that feels out of place in the rustic decor, with a proud, battle-scarred warhammer. Though it looks to be well tended to, the leather of its handle is worn, and the head, once heavily engraved with intricate filigree, is scratched and dinted. The dwarf turns back to Victor and sighs. It was the best decision, you know, Victor, to hang that old thing up. Fighting in the dark is for the young and courageous. It is not for old and bitter veterans like me. Victor looks at his friend with a warmth of long-earned familiarity. Come now, Gustav. You may be old now, but you have always been a bit of fetch. Gustav laughs hard at this, nearly spilling his drink. Ha ha ha! Yes. I miss the old days of protecting people. The battle cry, the clash of steel. Ha! The rush of victory. And then I remember the first time I fought the Strigoi, and all those sentimental feelings are chased away into the night. So now I warm my feet by the fire. I teach the little ones to fight and hunt, and I'm content with my life. At least until my next mug of ale. And you see he takes a long pull on his drink, and Victor smiles at him. He says, well, Gustav, my friends, you have certainly earned a little warmth. There are many here who use their lives, myself included. You kept the horrors from our doors for 40 long years. Fetch, why do you think I let you drink here for free? And they both laugh at this and drink. Little side note. Everyone says fetch here instead of fuck.
Stop trying to make fetch happen, Glenn.
Nice.
I'm making fetch happen, my friend. Fetch will happen. So fuck is still used, but fetch is even worse. Fetch is like a horrible, foul creature that feeds on dead bodies, and it's essentially a swear word.
Is it all
Their
a real
conversation
thing?
seems to be through as the dwarf begins to drink up and leave. So, Torlek and Leoquinor, you are inside the Golden Stag. Is there anything you guys would like to do while you are here?
Hang on. Who's Torlek?
That would be me.
Have we met? No?
You are in the Golden Stag. You haven't officially met each other yet, but you're in the same room.
Okay.
So, yeah, would you guys like to describe yourselves for each other?
Hi, I'm Leoquinor.
You don't have to,
When I start talking to people. So, yeah. So I guess I better make myself known to to the bar keep, the inn keep.
Hmm.
So if I can mosey over to the bar, as he looks like the owner.
He is indeed. He looks you up
And
and down.
ask if he's the owner of this fine establishment.
He says, yes. My name is Victor Mensch. And this is the Golden Stag. I'm the owner. How can I help you, my friends?
Victor, well met! My name is Leon, and I'm not from around these parts.
He looks you up and down and goes, yes,
I'd like
I
to
can tell
help.
not only by your attitude, but also by your accent.
Yes, quite new to the Isles. I'm seeing there's not a lot of patrons here. Is that normal?
For this type of day, is the rain, is the wind. Yeah, it's about usual. Everybody else likes to stay indoors in the rain unless they have reason to be outside to do work or fish or hunt. So it's only the ones that cannot stand their wives or their husbands sit and drink with me at lunchtime.
Victor, do they like stories?
They do.
Stories. I can tell stories now.
We do like stories.
Oh, you can tell stories, can you?
You're not here.
Oh my good.
You're not here.
Oh right. What did you fucking say that?
I did.
Stories, Victor. People need to hear these stories. What if I told you I could get twice as many people crammed into here night after night?
He thinks for a moment. He's amused by your attitude. He goes, well, he's a tall order, but I think it cannot hurt to let you try. I know there will be a few people here this evening for Tivana's reading. So perhaps after that, maybe you can play a song, tell the story, see what it goes down.
At the mention of...
How much is that worth to you, Victor, old man? Would it be worth maybe, say, a room that you're in, a fine ale, and a meal for the evening?
He thinks, he goes, yes, if you play well enough, then you bring some custom in, then yes, I suppose I will let you stay here for free. I have a smaller room that rarely gets used, and I can certainly throw some food scraps your way, if you play well enough, that is.
Give it a night, Victor. We'll try it out. We'll see you in the morning, eh?
He says, yeah, this will work for me, if this works for you. Leoquino,
well,
is that what you said your name was?
My name's Leo.
Leo for short. Wonderful. He looks over his shoulder and he sees someone with raised eyebrows, looking like they want to enter the conversation.
Well, at the mention of Tivana, my ears have definitely pricked up, and I've just sort of been taking this in over my glass, my flagon, just not quite believing the exuberance of these people, but when they turn around and sort of look at me, I'll just sort of introduce myself, say, hello, my name is Torlek, it's nice to meet you. As you can tell from my accent, I'm also not from here either, but I have actually...
You do sound like you are from Westerveld, just not this part of Westerveld. What brings you this way, Torlek?
Very observant, yes, I'm not quite from this neck of the woods, but I'm not from too far afield either. I am here to speak with this Tivana Mare person. You say she's going to be doing a reading here this evening?
Yeah. She does one every now and then. And when she does, quite a few people turn out to hear what she has to say.
Interesting.
I must say this for the two of you strangers. in Braskov, so we get a few people through here. People armed as well as yourselves are not usually the custom. Are you expecting some trouble? Or have you had trouble on your way here?
I didn't exactly have a warm welcome to your isles, Victor, but
People
I'm
rarely
open to that
do
changing.
I'm just going to sort of wry smile and say, well, it pays to be prepared, especially when you're travelling around these parts. Not everywhere can be hallowed ground.
At the mention of that, he goes, "Ah, so they have the legends where you are from too. Yes, it would be nice if everywhere could be hallowed, could be safe from the darkness. But you are wise to keep your weapons close, I suppose, with all the creatures that lurk in the dark places. As long as you do not use them in my bar, I suppose it will be alright to let you keep them on you."
Just sort of raise a flagon in a gesture of thanks and assent, sort of thing. You know, no trouble here.
I'll drink to that. Or at least I would if I had an ale.
So he looks up and down and goes, "Okay, I'll tell you what, the stew is almost ready. I will get the two of you 2 bowls, a bowl each. And Leo, I will give you the first drink on the house as a down payment on your services for the evening."
Capital, oh boy.
He goes, "Da, this is good." And he will disappear into the back. And scant moments later appear with 2 steaming bowls of... Let's see what he's got. What's on at the Golden Stag today? You've got
Vegetables.
broiled sausage and whey cheese going on
Yeah.
for the 2 of you. It's a boiled sausage stew. Wonderful. So you can sit and tuck into that.
Thank you very much, Victor. Just sort of commence wolfing down stew.
Wonderful. From there, we go to the Chapel of the Fallen. It's a sturdy stone and it's sturdy stone and timber walls. Its exterior suggests endurance and strength in its construction, and you could reason that this would be a fine place to defend if the need arose. Judging by the scratches in the wood and chips in the stone, it has served this purpose at least once. The interior, however, is warm and inviting, lit by dozens of candles in many small alcoves and set upon sconces, creating a starburst pattern with a hearth on the far wall as its centre. The floor is well-worn flat stone slabs with a man-sized shrine in the centre. Depictions of candles, pine trees, knights and scholars are carved into the plinth, and atop it sits a small fire in a bronze bowl, burning with some sort of enchantment, as no fuel is evident. A halfling with white robes, with what looks to be some sort of yellow and orange disc, rising above a mountain emblazoned on them, is tending the candles with a long taper. So, the people that are here are Sindri, Jessail, and Godfrey. So,
Come along, Sindri. Let's. We need to find someone. These injuries are starting to get a bit bothersome, having to heal them all the time. You, anyone can help us, please. We need some help.
so the small halfling turns round and says, "Welcome, friend, to the Chapel of the Fallen. May you walk with the light here and bathe and rest in it. I am
Walking is
Father
hard right now.
Torlek. How may I be of service?"
We need some help. We've encountered some troubles on the road, and unfortunately, me and my friend here are, let's just say, hampered by certain injuries that just don't seem to heal.
He says, yes, this is the way of things out in the wilderness. Come, I will have a look at you. But I must insist is that for my services of healing, that you please donate to the chapel. I have a leak in the roof that needs fixed.
If you can stop this leak, you can have got everything I can have. You can have everything I've got. That's how those words work.
She's the finest cabinet maker from where we're from. I'm sure she can fix a roof.
He ponders this for a moment and goes, I tell you this, you fix the roof, the little friend, he donates 20 copper piece, and I will fix your wounds. How is that for a bargain?
Give me a second to confer with my friend.
20 copper piece is not worth your life.
20 copper pieces.
It seems like a fair deal.
Yeah.
0.2 of a gold.
I say as goodwill, we get him to fix you first, because you ain't climbing a ladder in that state.
I can barely climb a ladder. I'm so bloody short, it'll take me forever to get up there. Yes, okay.
You can't find out.
Yes, okay, we will deal with this. I'm quite distressed. It's been a long journey. Please, heal us first, and we will take the coins first, then heal us, and then we'll fix your roof. How does this sound fair?
This sounds fair. The donation box is over there, and if you will then follow me to the rear of the building, I will we'll have a look at your wounds. Please donate to the box first, and then go and sit on the benches over there and reveal to me your wounds.
Okay.
Okay.
So mark off 0.2 of a gold, or split the gold down.
Oh,
split the gold down to 100 copper.
Jez, I will cover the 0.2 of a gold, and you do the roof. How's that sound?
Wonderful.
Yeah. Take that.
So he beckons you over to the back of the chapel, where you see some sort of comfortable, almost stretcher-like benches with fabric coverings. He says, please produce for me the wounds.
Okay, so I will show him my wounds. Shit, I didn't write down where the wounds were precisely. They were in my leg, was it? Wasn't
Nope.
Your arse.
lad.
Your arse.
That was it.
That's it. I'm moving it your left arse cheek.
So, with a bit of pomp and circumstance, I theatrically spin round, drop trowel, and grab my ankles.
He goes, oh my.
Yeah, she's telling me it's rather
Oh
sore.
my. I should have asked for 40 copper. So he looks at that and he goes, and where's yours?
Well, it's not quite that bad. She says while also undoing her pants.
He starts to put a hand to his face and go, what on earth were you two doing to get wounds like this?
I got stabbed. I'm
In
like,
fact, actually, I do
I'm
not
trying
think I
very hard
want
not
to
to
know.
put my pants all the way down, so like he can see the festering ick that is my hip. Also trying to keep my hand dry because it's disgusting.
He looks at him and goes, yes, that is a bad fester there.
Yeah, I don't like
your
it.
leg. And he looks at your arse cheek and goes, oh my, that is a very deep puncture wound.
You're telling me I haven't been able to sit down for ages.
That's just the crack of his arse.
Yeah,
I'll have you
left
know I am
ranges.
an immaculate arsehole.
He looks, he rubs his hands together, he walks over to Jasail first, holds his hands above your leg in like a Reiki type fashion. And he closes his eyes and goes, this will only take a moment. You will feel a small sensation of warming. It's no discomfort. He closes his eyes and he whispers under his breath, bathe in the light. Bathe in the light and be healed. You can see his hands glow ever so slightly. You feel a warmth in your leg as the wound knits together perfectly. The pus seems to drain out of it and fizzle on your skin. You are left spotless. Completely gone. You are healed back up to full health. And then he walks over to you, Sindri, does the same. He holds his hand slightly further away from your bum than he did at the sail's leg. And again you hear him whisper under his breath, "Bathe in the light. Bathe in the light and be healed." And this time you can feel feeling returning to your leg. The pain, the blinding pain in your groin and your sciatic nerve sort of leaves your body. There's a small sensation of warmth, which is strangely enjoyable, that travels through your entire arse. And,
Don't look at my shame.
healed. There isn't even a little scar or anything there. He goes, "This is good, it's done."
Oh, amazing. Amazing. Thank you, good sir. I will write
going to
songs and stories about this for all the time. You shall be known in legend and in scribe.
I'm doing the full-on double handshake where you take both of, like, one of their hands in both of theirs. I'm just so joyful I can walk properly again.
Right, the little halfling's kind of getting wobbled about a bit by that. So, your thanks and your praise is quite enough. That's thank you very much. Now,
Quick, Jez, to the
Raheel,
roof.
take whatever time you need, and then, if you wouldn't mind, the roof is starting to leak quite badly. It's wonderful. I think I see somebody else that may need my help. If you will excuse.
You, good sir, you must see this man. He is a genius. He is an absolute miracle.
So, for Godfrey, do Sindri and Jessail would you like to describe yourselves to see what Godfrey sees?
So Godfrey is looking upon two halflings, the healer and myself, in very theatrical garbs, very Shakespearean in look, halfling in size, very energetic all of a sudden, and kicking his feet out like an Irish jig, because, well, he hasn't been able to feel his arse cheek for the better part of a few weeks.
So he's a leprechaun.
Basically.
Yeah.
Basically.
Giselle's a half elf, so she's, head and shoulders and a bit more above the two of these guys. Pretty pasty. Looks like she's not had a good night's sleep in weeks. Mostly due to the injuries she's had during her journey here. Still kind of carrying herself with that air of someone who's like in a bit of pain all the time. You know, when someone's like recovering from a sting. I'm eloquent today, sorry. It's been a long ass day.
How do they work?
Yeah, dressed in simple tradesman's clothes. Little tool belt, the whole shebang, and ready to get to work.
Cool. Have I been here a couple of days now, Glenn, or have I just?
Yes. Actually, no. Everyone has appeared at the same time. Everyone's been here. Everyone lands at the same time. So
Okay, well,
this would be the first place you would go to.
I guess I'll still need healing then. Or...
You will, indeed. So you see Father Torlek sort of wander over towards you, and for those that are for Jessail and Sindri, would you like to describe yourself, Godfrey?
Yeah. So it's like an older looking guy, kind of salt and pepper hair and beard. He's like stocky but well built, kind of a grim looking face, kind of scarred, wearing battered chainmail, carrying a shield and mace. And
sorry,
bit of
can you clarify salt and pepper hair, please?
Yeah, like black and white.
Ah, right, okay. The colour
You've
of
seen salt and pepper, right?
Yeah, no. I didn't know if you were talking about like the hairstyle over the colour, but I'm with you now. Cool.
No, his hair's
I'm sure I
he's
ordered it
actually
in
made
tiny.
of salt and pepper. He's actually a chip. Yeah, so I'll just walk up to the priest and be like, "Are you the head priest here?"
Yeah, so as you look down at the small halfling with a monk's cut and warm face, he looks you up and down and goes, "I am. My name is Father Torlek. So you are also a fellow follower of the faith. May you walk in the light always."
And you, Father. The
How
lady's
can I
blessings
help
upon
you?
you.
The lady's blessing upon you too. May I have the pleasure of your name?
I am Godfrey.
Godfrey. Teleki Bolyai. It is a pleasure to meet, I assume, the traveling brother of the light. You do not
Just
look like you are
out
from
spreading
around
the
here.
word. Not from too far, but it's been a dangerous and interesting journey.
As it always is when you try to spread the word of light in the land of darkness.
Yep.
Please, your face looks a little pale, and you look as if you may be ailing from something, if you do not mind me saying.
Ran into a couple of rot fiends. Could do with
Oh
a bit of
my.
a heal.
Foul creatures. Did they touch you? Did they get you?
Before I struck them down, yes. But only once.
He looks quite disturbed. Please, come, this way. Show me the wound. We have to ask quickly.
Can't remember where my wound is. It's also on my
It's
hip,
in
isn't it?
your... it is in your
Oh, it's my shoulder.
collarbone.
Something, yeah.
Yeah. Slap
So I'll kind
down
of like,
your collarbone.
I'll have to take the chain shirt off and kind of throw it aside. He's gonna he'll just sit there like.
Hmm.
So
He looks
he's
a bit
like all the.
rough.
He's kind of scarred underneath, but
Hmm.
kind of like pretty ripped as well.
Yeah. You can see it's like he's impressed, but he's not trying to show it. As he looks you up and down and goes, this is a bad wound. See, Godfrey, you were so very lucky that the proboscis did not pierce your heart. And there's a couple of inches to the left, maybe we'd be telling stories of how you fell. Yeah, I
Well-
believe I can do this.
Yeah, I healed it up as best as I could, but
He holds
it
his
wasn't
hands
quite-
over it. He says, "Pray with me.
Of course,
Just repeat after me." And he closes his eyes and sees the hands start to warm up.
I'll pull out the chain with the
Mm.
candle symbol on and hold it, and speak along.
He says, "Bathe in the light."
Oh wait, you want me to actually speak?
Yes.
Okay.
Repeat after me. Bathe in the light.
Bathe in the light.
Bathe in the light and be healed.
Bathe in the light and be healed.
You feel this warming sensation pass through your chest. There's a uncomfortable dribble of what looks to be some black ichor, like festers up out of the wound and dribbles down your chest before it fizzles away on your skin. And he goes, that took a lot. That took a lot.
Kind of put
I
an arm
believe-
hand on his shoulder to steady him.
Oh my.
Thank you,
It has
brother.
been a while since I've had to use so much of my power. I believe we got the poison out of your body. Please keep an eye on the wound for the next couple of days. If it begins to fester again, come back and see me straight away.
I will.
Wonderful.
Do you mind if I stay a moment and patch my arm on?
Of course. Take your time. Take your time.
Generosity is most welcome.
Since perhaps later we can go to the Golden Stack for Tivana's reading. I'm not so into the fate dealers, the seance, but I have to say I find her readings encouraging. She conjures pictures of light and life, which I find quite comforting in these dark times. Perhaps maybe I can buy you an ale and we can talk of the services and how it is that you practice.
That would be most welcome. Any talk of the light is useful in these dark times.
Outstanding. So with that, Torlek goes back to seeing to the candles with his long taper as Jesse and Sindri head up to the roof to fix the leak. And as they do that, we move over to Bath's Barter, which is a small warehouse of a building, a low and sturdy stone foundation with tall walls of thick timber. A battered, barely legible sign hangs above the double door entryway. Inside is a mass of shelves and crates with all manner of goods arrayed neatly on them. Everything has its place and can be easily located, as the store is broken down into sections. At the center there is a partition wall behind which you presume is the warehouse and loading bay. At the counter to the left of the door, obscured by a cloud of fragrant pipe smoke, sits a well-dressed, well-groomed dwarf. His smile is welcoming, but his eyes are sharp and alert. He rises from his comfortable chair, revealing a small stove with a gently crackling fire. So, Owen, as you walk in, he goes, come in, look around. If you break it, you buy it. As you walk in, you recognize this man, this dwarf. This is Bathlin Chris. He is the trader in Braskov, which you have traded with every time you've come to Braskov. And as you walk in, he goes, Owen, it's good to see you again. Please tell me, what wares have you brought with today?
Well, Batman, I've brought quite a good haul this time. If you're willing to give me a good price on them, I'll let you have a look.
This is of course. Your hides and pelts are almost always in perfect condition. You must be a fine shot with the bow.
Well, do my best. Don't sell any crap.
So, for the first rule of the game, Arwen, would you like to make a persuasion? Barter for your good.
Okay, Dean.
Here we go.
I have 0 persuasion
Right.
points.
I
So.
believe you've got something on your character sheet, though.
Oh, I do. I am Mercantile Master, where when I make a skill check whilst haggling overpriced, I make it with advantage.
Oh well.
That.
Roll another and take the highest one.
Ah, I see. I didn't know what that meant.
Oh!
No,
First
for
match
the-
ready in a campaign.
Chase through the whole shop.
High bar, everybody.
Well,
Okay.
shit.
Let's see. He looks over everything. Says for this, I give 10 gold. It's good price, yes.
Is it the best you can give me?
It is the best that you will get from me, Cowan. It is the best you will get from me today. I will not mess about with you. I know that your wit is too sharp for this, so 10 gold, and I will take all these wonderful hides and pelts from you. What say you this?
Well, it's been a long journey. 10 gold pieces will have to do. Thank you.
It will have to do. See, I like the marks of this girl. I offer her a lifetime's the wage for her pelts, and she goes, it will have to do. Of course. Good, this is good. I like this. This is good business. He looks for a second and goes, I'll tell you what. Would you like to make a little bit more? Just
What do you have
one
in
more
mind?
extra gold. He says, I have 2 new table coverings for the Golden Stag for Victor. He's ordered them the finest pig hide for the tables. But I do not wish to go out in the rain. I want to sit by my fire and smoke my pipe. So for this I will give you 1 gold to take. And you can also get your pack mule fed and watered there.
Seems like a fair trade.
That is good. Maybe you stay the night, maybe I have a return journey for you tomorrow. Some things you may take back.
Okay.
Mother Ugla has sent word that she needs some more barley.
All right. Well, anything for her. I'll take your goods to the Golden Stag, and I'll see you again tomorrow.
That is good. It's good. You see him rise up from behind the counter and see that his leather jerkin is violently holding in his giant belly. And he moves to the back, goes through a small door in the partition wall, and returns back out with two large, ornate sort of rolls of beautiful pigskin that he's cured for the tables for the Golden Stag. He goes, "Here you go. Try not to get them too wet while you take them."
I'll do my best.
Places them in your hands.
Yeah. Has he given me my gold?
Yes, I'll give you your gold now. She's a sharp one. I thought I would try to get away with it, but you're too sharp for me. He goes behind the counter. You can hear him rustling around, and there's a little clink, clink, clink. You hear it 11 times, and you get a small bag. And it's, here you go. This for you. This is good, yeah.
Well, thank you. I'll be back
Outstanding.
tomorrow.
Wonderful. So with your transaction complete, the roof mended, the stews had, and the wounds healed, you all have a brief period of time to do as you wish in Braskov until later this evening, when the fabled Tivana Mayor will do a card reading for the town. So is there anything you guys would like to do? Anywhere you would like to visit? There's quite a few shops to go to in Braskov if you guys want to maybe buy anything. If you just want to spend time in the pub until later this evening, you can do. You can all be fed and watered at the pub.
I'll ask the priest if he's got an axe handle I can have. Fix me hand axe.
Oh, lovely. So, Torlek. He goes, no, I do not have the axe handle, no. Your best bet to go and see Baslin Kreese at Bass Barter. He would probably have the axe handle you were looking for. If he cannot fit it on site, then I suggest you go and see either Vluba or Kna. It's the blacksmiths.
How broken is this thing? Like, could I just put a new one in? Like, by
You'll
myself,
need-
or does
yeah,
the blacksmith need to do it?
The blacksmith will be able to do it a lot easier than you will. You'll be able to put one in. That'll make it serviceable. Yeah, so you can probably put an axe enough yourself, make it serviceable, or one of the blacksmiths will be able to put a better one in there. It depends how much money you want to spend on it.
I don't care about it being good, I just want it working, so I'll just go to the shop and buy one.
Wonderful. Okay. So we go back to Bath's Barter. And as you walk in the two large double doors, you hear, come in, look around some. Did you break it or you buy it?
This is by far my favorite voice so far.
I like Watto.
You break it, you buy it. What can I do for you?
You got any axe handles?
The axe handles, yes, they're down that aisle there, next to the broom handles, the sword pommels. You can find it quite easy. Pick one you like and bring it.
I will do so.
So you can have a little look. There's any and sundry axe handles there. There's one to make it. You can pick one to make it. Keep it a throwing axe. You can pick one that'll make it a hand axe. You can pick one that'll make it an actual wood axe, like a long handle that'll fit it to make it a wood chopping axe.
Keep it the same, so like a hand axe that you can throw.
Hand axe. So you can pick a nice one off the shelf. There's a few different types of wood.
Godfrey just doesn't care. He just wants a serviceable one, not a pretty one.
Wonderful. So if you bring it back over, he says, yes, you like this one. Bring it over. Let's see what you have picked. It's a good handle. It's a good handle. Do you need help putting it on? Or will you be able to do yourself?
I'm pretty sure I can do it myself.
Okay, this is good. This is good. He looks it up and down. He goes, for you, it's 15 the copper.
That seems steep for a fucking piece of wood.
You say this out loud?
No. I think that. Can I, like, just give him a hard stare and try and work out whether he's trying to rob us here?
Yeah, roll an insight check.
Insight.
Second roll of the evening.
14.
14. Outstanding. So as you look at him, you can tell that he's taking advantage a little bit because you're an out-of-towner.
I know the value of axe handles, my friend, so let's just cut to the chase.
Ugh, there's no haggling today. It's a bad day for Bathland.
People don't like to haggle in the rain.
No, I don't like to do anything in the rain apart from sit here and smoke my pipe. Alright, okay, you're making too much noise for me. I'll give you, say, 7 the copper.
Deal.
Is good, yeah. Right, okay, now, if there's anything else, I have pipe to smoke.
Enjoy.
I will indeed. Please, come back anytime, but if you break it, you buy it.
Okay. I'll head back towards the temple, because I said I'd go with the halfling.
Mm-hmm. Alright, okay, so you be able to affix the axe handle back to your axe. It'll not take you too long. You should be quite well versed in your upkeep of equipment.
Okay.
Anybody else would like to do anything? Anyone else want to see Bath? Would anyone like a list of the shops that are available?
That'd be nice.
Okay. So, let's see. We have Taylor. So what am I doing it in that voice for? Sorry, we've got tailors, carpenter, bakers, weavers, butchers, blacksmiths, bowyers, fletchers, farriers, millers, wheelwrights, shipwrights, healers, the trader, and the holy person. There's also the law, if anyone wants to see the law. So
We could put all our money together and buy maybe one healing potion.
I'm to the bar. I am definitely to the bar.
Can I get Leo to go to that blacksmith lad?
you can. Which one would you like to go and see? Would you like to ask Victor which one would be the best?
Yeah. Hey, Victor, old man!
Yes, Leo, what's it I can do for you?
Is there anyone around here that'll buy a sword from me?
Buy a sword?
Yes, I got a spare-looking sword and not much use for it.
Yes, yes, I think probably Kna. It's a half-orc blacksmith will take this off you.
Nah?
Kna, yes. Kna.
Nah, what I mean. I'll go see him then, thank you.
Great. If I can give you a word of advice, you must make sure you pronounce his name properly. That's why Kna. Kna.
Nah.
That's why he
Nah.
might get a bit rude with you.
Like a Klingon.
Nah.
And he will give you the directions. It's not too far away into the center of Raskov from where you are. You need to go and see Kutna. So as you approach Kutna's blacksmith, you can see that it is a A building similar to the rest of the town, with a stone foundation and wooden walls, but to the side of it there is a sort of like a wooden lean-to with an outdoor smithy, an outdoor forge, which is, you can hear it kind of sizzling in the rain, and you can see this large half-orc with bare chest, a soot-covered face, hard eyes, concentrating on what he's doing, and two tusks sticking out from his lower jaw. As you approach, he just at you to acknowledge your approach. You see him hammering away on what looks to be a fishing harpoon head.
Kutna, I presume.
He goes, looks you up and down. Duh. Who are you? What do you want?
Now I've heard you're the best swordsmith in the land, and I've come to present to you something a little worse than your usual fare, but you might wish to buy it all the same.
You just sort of at your flowery language. Who tell you I'm best blacksmith?
Well, everyone, of course, is well known.
Did the Vluba say this?
No, I've just heard it throughout the land. Kna's the best, and that's all there is to it.
Okay. Show me the sword. Let me see what it is you have.
So on my way, I've chanced across this short sword. So I might wish to try and hock that off. And we'll see what Kna thinks of it. Then present that to him.
So you present him the short sword. He looks it up and down very quickly. Very quickly, he looks back at you and cocks an eyebrow and goes, This Nighthawk sword. Where you get this?
Then I found this on the path to Vestervelt's. I was around here. I'm not from around these parts, and I found this on the land. I was told that you might be able to buy it, and with not much gold to go on, I thought this might be my best chance at an old boy getting a drink around here.
Roll a deception check with advantage. For that, as he sort of stares at you a little bit with the sword in his big meaty hand.
Alright, good deception. What deception? Oh, +3. Yeah. Let's have a look. Now what I mean. Right, so 13.
13? It's good enough. It's good enough. Yeah. He looks and goes, Found this. It's lucky for you you found this. And you did not take this of a dead body of Nighthawk. But, seeing as you found this, I give you 7 gold for this.
You drive a hard bargain, Kna, but you're a fair man, and so am I. I'll take it.
He goes, reaches back in his pocket and throws you a little pouch. 7 gold. It's got exactly 7 gold in it.
I'm not
As
going
you
to
catch
it.
it. As soon as it hits your hand, he goes, Definitely must not be from round here. 7 gold for a short sword. Ha
Well, Kna, like I say, I'm a man of very little means at the moment, but I don't know if maybe you'd join me this evening. I'm putting on a little soiree at the Gold Lion. Don't know if you fancy it, but I heard there's going to be quite the party there tonight.
Kna will be there. to hear the Tivana speak.
Who
What
is she?
to ask?
I've heard a lot about this Panava, but many ramblings, but not much actual substance. Should I know her?
He stares at you for a minute, knowing. You definitely not from a Westerwelt. If you do not know Tivana May, the Sage of the Sun.
Yeah, the sun. Not seen that in a while. Well, I'll see you there, old boy. I think I should be on about 9, but we'll see.
We will see. With your flowery words. What do you do? Sing? You dance? Better not dance. Could not hate dance.
No, dancing's not my style either, man. I'm more of a lute kind of guy. I make people dance.
At that, Katnar brightens immediately and goes, Lute! Katnar like the lute. Been many moons since Katnar heard the lute.
Welcome, I got a good one, and it's gonna be pumping out some great ones tonight. So definitely be there.
Katnar will wish to hear the raving bull. Katnar will be there.
I'll make sure it's in a set just for you, old boy.
Is good. Now, Katnar have work to do. Go now.
Capital. Crack on, old man.
He waves you away and you hear the ting, ting as he goes back to hammering the harpoon head. As you walk away, he goes, Katnar like raving bull. Katnar cannot wait.
I definitely don't know that song.
You definitely don't know that song, mate.
No.
All right. Is anyone else? Would anyone else like to do anything? Anyone else for anyone else?
To the bar for us, or for me anyway.
Yeah, I'm in.
Okay.
Just
I'm
drink
gonna
when
go
you
as
find
soon as the
help.
halfling guy's ready.
Yeah, I'll be in the bar as well, just listening out for sounds of full songs.
I think I'm on my way to the bar to drop off the big things.
I was gonna say, once I get to the bar, I'm gonna sit in the corner and pull out my flute, not a euphemism, my actual flute, and just start playing a melody.
Ah, wonderful. Okay.
I'm
So, Torlek, as you're sitting there with the remnants of your sausage stew devoured and your mug refreshed, you see a halfling in flouncy Shakespearean dress stride into the bar, swiftly followed by a much taller half-elf in mended clothes now.
Yeah, I fixed my pants.
Not long after that, Leoquinor sauntered back in with a swagger, and scant minutes later, would you like to describe yourself? Just Arwen, as you walk in carrying the 2 lavish pig hides for the tables.
Yeah, I'm a half elf. Pretty tall. Got brown hair, just tied up in a plait, and pretty much scowling most of the time. So, yeah.
Just like in real life.
So as this procession sort of enters the bar, Victor looks up and goes, "My, this is a strange day. So many strangers in Braskov. Welcome guests, Leoquinor. Come, I have good food, cold drink. What is it I can get for you all?"
Told you I'd bring him in, old boy.
He cocks an eyebrow at you. This is yet to be seen. Are any of you here because of this man? Speak up now.
Audible silence.
He just looked at you and
Arwen
goes,
looks like she wants to run
yes,
out the bar at the sight
you're
of him.
bringing the crowds in. Sorry, what did you say, Arwen?
I was like, Arwen looks like she wants to like run out of the bar at the sight of him.
Yeah. Fantastic. So, you can buy yourself some food and drink if you wish. Sindri, if you want to crack on the flute, make a performance check for me, please.
Aye. Stand by.
Have I arrived yet, Glenn? Oh no.
Not quite yet. You're still hanging out with Torlek. He's going to come along a little bit later on.
Okay.
You can arrive at the pub if you wish. Ahead of him.
No, I'll just wait for him.
Okay. 14.
I'll use my shield to stop him getting wet.
He'll appreciate that. 14. Yeah, you kick up a pretty good tune.
I mean, this is just like I'm not performing for anyone. I'm just very happy that my ass doesn't hurt anymore, and I'm drinking, and you know, I'm just enjoying life as it is at the moment.
You pick up a pretty good tune on your flute. Victor looks at you, Leokman, and goes, "Do you play like him? Can you play as well as this guy? This guy, I might get in to get the people in."
Not played the flute in a while, old boy, but pretty good on the old lute. You ever seen a lute round these parts?
Yes, but not for a long time. Tell you what, there'll be another mug of ale in it for you, if you can play along the tune with him. Now, what say you?
Battle of the Bands.
Oh, I had a feeling this was coming. I've already got a plan if he outdoes me here.
Let me just tune her up
Dab.
for you.
No.
Outstanding. Let's have a performance check off you, please. Performance check, Leo. That was pretty good for how we are.
There's no IRL in this game. There's no IRL. How dare you?
You ever seen a loot around these parts? I hope not. I've only got a guitar.
You can use
15.
your perk.
15, as that was my modifier.
So, with the 15, you managed to match Sindri's tune quite well. It's very well. It's a real knee slapper the two of you have got going right now. Sindri, he does start to play ever so slightly louder than you.
Ooh, my ears twitch and I live with one raised eyebrow. A performer, I see. Well matched, sir. But have you seen this? And I just unstring my bagpipes. And I draw out the mouthpiece.
Bagpipe have strings.
Bagpipe doesn't need strings. They can make this or stage noise. Do you want another performance check?
Yeah. And as you start talking like that to Leo, Victor just puts his head in his hands and goes, "Oh my God, there's two of them."
Well,
You
shit.
see, he pours himself a mug of ale.
Fuck.
Because you got strings on your
trade we.
bagpipe.
The dice will trade we.
You realise you just up the tubes while you're walking through the rain, and there's a horrible sort of gurgling sound.
Curse of a performer, damn it.
And Victor says, "For that, your stew costs extra. That was a horrible sound. Never make that again in my bar."
I do apologise, sir. As you can tell, I have clearly been drinking a bit too much and didn't check my instrument before playing.
Happens to the best of us, old boy. Performance anxiety.
Ah, a man of the fellow entertainment world. Well met, sir. Well met.
Torlek's just literally sat there, just like.
My instrument
Is this
really
the point where a normal person would tell the other person's their name?
Good sir, what is your name? I must know. It's not often that I meet a performer of such good stature.
My name is Leoquinor, or you might know me as Loquacious Leo.
Ah, well met. for I am Sindri, Badger Wild Wonder.
Well met indeed, old chum.
Now, do you have any other instruments, or is that the only one you carry?
No, on tour at the moment, I only brought this lute. I can play quite a few others, but the lute's the main vice.
Well, sir, we can have a duel in lutes, or if you would like to borrow my viol, we could make a tune of merriment to entertain the masses. What say ye?
The dueling lute sounds like a great one. Do you know any songs about bulls?
Now, good sir, by which bulls do you mean?
Okay, so Cindy, you can make a history check.
History, alright, 1 second.
Like the beginning of Romeo and Juliet. It was like, do you thumb your nose at me, sir?
I from thee, sir. Do you thumb your nose at thee? 5 bollocks.
You do know a song about a bull. You know the Randy Bull of Braskov.
You know the song or you know the bull?
The testicular tail of the Randy Bull of Bosco. Bosco. I'm a bit drunk. This is all getting a bit difficult.
So
Oh well, you lead and I'll follow.
do you want to lead, Bobby?
As always, I am happy to lead or follow. I am diverse in my knowledge of this loot.
Wonderful. Okay, so before the two of you make your performance check, Bobby, sing the first line of the Randy Bull of Braskov, and then Adam, you ad-lib the second line, and we'll see how well you guys do off this. This is going to determine whether you get advantage, a normal roll, or disadvantage.
Suddenly so glad I didn't pick a bar.
Fuck my life. Give me a second, please.
While all this has been transpiring, I've literally just been sat there like, what?
Yes.
I'm just quietly
Torlek,
drinking and pretending I've never seen either of these people before in my life.
We just spent a long time mic check.
Exactly what I'm doing. Mic check.
Like, Torlek's a very naturally observant and perceptive guy, and I've just been sort of sat staring around the room and kind of watching what everyone's doing and taking this all in, but I still can't quite believe my eyes at this stage.
No?
1, 2.
So,
Orc turns up, he's gonna
Mic
murder
check.
them both.
1, 2.
go my check. There you go. Go for it.
'Twas the night that was stormy and grey, where the bull did stalk its prey.
Follow that up, ads.
Do you want me to give you the next bit?
No. I'm ad-libbing this. Can you just sing that again? I was just tuning the old lute. Just getting that lute ready.
'Twas the night stormy and grey, where the bull doth stalk its prey.
In the land of old and gay.
The mayor once say, "Nay,
Come what may.
'tis needs to be a better day before you mount this neigh."
Now go lay thy head in the hay.
Oh yay. I haven't got a
Outstanding.
guitar to make the strum. Will you please make the strum noise for us? Finish that off. IRL.
Finish that off. Someone who was right.
Finish off the Randy Bull of Braskov.
Was
There you go.
Randy Bull.
Wonderful. Right, so Torlek,
Yes, sir.
Arwen,
Yep.
Godfrey. Oh no, you're not there. Sorry, Godfrey. And Jasil, were you entertained?
It's okay to say no.
It was definitely a spectacle.
I think intrigued is the word I'm looking for.
But the
Entertained
dice
might
will
be
probably
as
be entertained.
Okay.
But do we have your attention?
Performance roll from one of you.
What's Adam?
No.
What's your modifier?
+5, mate.
If you didn't entertain the peers enough.
After you, sir. I have a +3 for performance. After
I
you.
thought you were leading, Bobby.
13.
13. It's alright. Victor at the bar goes, those are not the words. They're not the words at all. But it was entertaining. It's okay. Alright, okay. Your meals for tonight are free on me. They are
Huzzah!
You can stay here free of charge. That is fine. I think with your out of town charms, it might bring the customers in. I was wrong to doubt you.
It can
Okay,
only get better with the more drink that
As
flows.
the round people of Braskov finishes, Teleki and Godfrey cross the rainy streets to enter the Golden Stag. Teleki looks up at you and goes, "It's very kind of you, Godfrey, to shelter me from the rain with your shield. It's much appreciated."
It's good to put it to other use.
Indeed, indeed. Now come. I think I hear the Randy Bull of Braskov. I like that one.
Godfrey just sighs.
Do you want to make a history check, see if you know that song?
Oh well, this is a waste. But natural 20.
Oh my god.
Oh, you are very familiar with that song. You are very familiar with that song. In fact, it was Fisk's favourite song.
Oh god, I hate Fisk. What a player. No, not surprised that he likes that song.
Yeah. Alright, so you're all now in the bar. Does anyone else want to do anything while you're here?
I would need to hand over the pigskin paraphernalia.
Wonderful. So you walk up to the bar and Vic goes, "Ah, yes, yeah. Brings this over. I was waiting for this. I thought Baslan was going to bring this himself. Let me guess. He paid you so he didn't have to get off his fat ass, yes?"
Well, barely, but general gist of it. Any chance of an ale for my trouble? Raining outside.
Not a free ale going around this evening. I suppose so. It's a nasty night out there. Come, yes, give me the skins. I will pour you an ale. You
You're a good man. Here you go.
take the skins off. You actually see him walk around the bar to two of the longer tables. He flaps these beautiful pig skins out across the tables. It's much better. It brings a bit of class to the place, don't you think? It's wonderful.
Very well.
Okay, so you guys that aren't getting free ale can choose from boiled sausage and whey cheese and a tankard of beer for 10 copper pieces. Or you can have stewed lentils and a mug of stout for 5 copper pieces.
Isn't Father Teleki buying mine?
Father Teleki is going to buy yours. So you can have either.
Father Teleki proper fancies you. Just
Well, why not? Handsome man.
He looks you up and down and goes, "How about 2 portions of the boiled sausage?
Yep, sure.
This is very good. I like the sausage."
Maybe you'll get a bit
Wonderful. All right, so
It might be a bit. It's a bit of an awkward situation with the heights, like them.
a little bit, yeah. Jessil, would you like either of those?
Yeah, I may as well get in on this. Oh, I nearly said sausage first, and I was like, wait, no.
Yes. If you'd like that, mark off 10 copper pieces. So 1 gold is 100 copper. I'm sure you know how that works. Mark off 10 copper pieces. Anyone else that is eating can mark that off as well.
God damn it! I thought I'd gotten away
yours was
with.
given to you. Yours was given to you already.
Yes, free sausage.
No such thing as a free
bowl,
sausage.
you got the first bowl of stew. It's a bit light on the sausage, but there you go.
Hey, I'm
So you
not
got yours for free,
complaining.
but any subsequent beers for anyone will each cost you 5 copper pieces. So, in the time between now and Tivana reading, you can decide how many beers you want and mark off that many times 5 copper pieces. If any of you decide to drink more than 3, it will result in a constitution check to see if you get wankered or not. Let me know what you guys are doing.
I have a feeling, Adam, if you're anything like my character, you also will be drinking quite a bit.
I was thinking of the beers, like.
Getting on it. Getting on it.
Constitution. Okay.
Torlek will just be having a couple kind of sitting in the corner and not really saying much, just surveying the room and taking everything in, just trying to size everyone up, basically.
Yeah, got
Awesome.
basically the same as that. But obviously, I'll do a quick blessing over our stew, and I'm only gonna have like another one, so I'll return the round basically.
Outstanding. So Teleki will like to eat his sausage in silence. That's just
The
how
only
he
way to
rolls.
do it.
Yeah. So everyone that's having more than 3, let's have a constitution check off you now.
Okay. So look. Yeah. That's
Right.
4.
So Leopold, you're not quite used to the strength of ale here. It goes down very well, but my word, you're struggling with your words. And Sindri, it's been a while since you had a decent drink, 2 weeks in fact, since you had a good old drink. You're also struggling with your words. So any performance checks you make from now on will be made with disadvantage. Okay, guys, so there's a healthy crowd in the Golden Stag now, and Victor is hard at work behind the bar slinging mugs of ale and cider. The Dragonborn mage has turned her table towards the middle of the room. With the fire at her back, she is slightly obscured by shadow. But she looks up from the small deck of cards placed in the middle of the table to address the crowd.
I am Tivana Mer. Some of you know me, some do not. By the dawn, those that should know will. I will read the cards. What they say may come to pass. It may not. Perhaps by looking for the things to come, we will change what will be. Perhaps not. None can ever be sure, for without the mystery of the new dawn, we would live in eternal twilight. Concentrate on my words and make no sounds of your own.
And with that, she sits and draws the first card. There's an audible intake of breath from the crowd. With a graceful, reverent movement, she turns the first card.
Death.
There is silence. The entire room is stone still, seemingly afraid to release the breath burning in their lungs.
For death to appear first is not always an ill omen, for a new beginning is often hidden behind a painful ending.
The crowd audibly exhales. Oh.
Fucking hell.
The next card is the first stave. A change is coming. This marks a pivotal point in our time, a moment from which many things are set in motion. Four green staves, a meeting of minds, a sharing of hearts, from which an era of endurance will be birthed, the founding of families, the future of community, the feeling of belonging that will grow from their inspiration. The Knight of Silver Coins, a lover of animals, with an air of carelessness cavorting with a trustworthy heart. Which will prevail?
As this card is drawn, an interested and surprised look appears on Tivana's face.
Queen of Blades signifies cleverness, wisdom, and great skill will imbue the soul, though keenness may be their downfall when running from a lie.
The look becomes more puzzled, as if this were the first time she had experienced a reading like this.
The Knight of Blades, bravery and a strong heart, great gifts bestowed upon the soul, though without friendship, how will it undo the act of evil? The Page of Staves, yearning for freedom and independence. Potential of the soul can be hampered by thoughts of home. The Lord of Cups, a kind and willing soul will come forth, though his back is heavy with shame and loss. The Page of Silver Coins, a new wind from lands unknown can bring change with a rebellious spirit.
Before the final card is drawn, she stops, her eyes scanning the crowd, searching. Her expression has a hint of concern.
The Demon.
And with that, she stops as if the breath will not give sound to her words. Her mouth moves silently. She looks towards the stout dwarf at the bar in conversation with Victor. As if sensing her eyes, they both quieten and meet them. The grave concern on Tivana's face is mirrored there. A strange sound creeps in on the breeze. It sounds like a tune played in the wrong order, the notes overlapping and flowing into each other. You feel an unease wash over the inn. Gustav and Victor are frozen in place, their eyes locked in knowing terror. Victor looks at the crowd. Everyone, do not question, do not linger. Leave now, return to your homes and lock your doors. Do this now. Without hesitation, the crowd moves as one. Frightened whimpers and worried murmurs emanate from the mass of people trying to leave as quickly as they can. Victor is hurriedly ushering people out of the door when his searching eyes falls across each of you. Turns to each of you in turn. Can any of you use these weapons you carry? Please, I will play you well for this night.
What comes, bartender?
The blackest heart in all of Westerveld. Roll a history check, please, Godfrey. With advantage.
17. Wait, do I have any add? No, 17.
You recognize this song. It's a song from the darkest moment of your life, played by only one creature that you know of.
I think he's probably just frozen.
What about the rest of you?
Well, at this
Can any of you fight?
at that exchange, I'm gonna stand up and go, "What?" Like, because he obviously knows what it is. I'm gonna try and jolt him into answering.
The siren.
The siren comes for us this night.
We can't fight her.
Over the sound of the noise of people trying to leave, you hear Gustav the dwarf's voice loud and clear. Tivana, she has found you. The siren has found you. Victor, stop doing what you're doing and get your family into the cellar. The darkness is at our door this evening. And Gustav moves with a fighter's grace and hefts his old warhammer down from the mantelpiece. He swings it once, twice, with a practiced hand, and a youthful vigor seems to enter his body. He turns, and his expression is grim. He looks at you all as the last of the fleeing peasants leave the door. I had hoped I'd never feel this again. But by the light, it feels good to have it in my hands once more. Any of you who can fight, you will have to before the dawn is out. Those of you that cannot, hide yourselves and play to the Lady of Light. The blackest heart in all of Westervelt is upon us. The strange tune is getting louder. It is interrupted now by screams of horror and pain. And then a piercing screech that chills you to your core rips through the cacophony, followed by a low predatory growl. It sounds like... The Taverna looks at Gustav. Gustav, you need not fight for me. It is over. They have found me. And Gustav moves to Taverna and holds her close. The strength of the feelings made evident in the embrace. Pray for the light, Anna. Pray for the light and do not let her see you. He steps away from her and turns to you all. If you wish to fight, stay with me. Do not trust anything you hear. We walk out into our blackest night. Let us hope we see the dawn. And with that, he turns and charges out of the door. What would you all like to do?
Unless that guy's a lot more powerful than he looks, he's a fool. Hit the siren directly.
Callum, what can you tell us?
I mean, what else do I know, Glenn? Apart from the very powerful vampire lord or something.
Yeah. She is one of the Lord of Whisper's children.
Yeah. I'll say that then.
Not again. Not again.
If she's here in person, we'd be best to flee.
Well, just
Is there any
I'll just
She's
be like, we
destroyed
can't,
more powerful people than us.
but we can't
So
just
you're willing
abandon
to-
civilians, and I'm just gonna follow straight after him. Just go for it.
A change of setting. This is you all inside the bar. Can you all see that now?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So place yourselves where you would be.
Indicate the door.
Right there.
Okay.
Did you say something, Bobby? I couldn't hear you there.
No, I didn't say anything.
So Gustav's just run out the door, yeah?
Gustav has literally burst out. They tend to follow him out.
That's the plan, yeah. I'll just...
I go around everybody else and see what they want to do too.
Before you go, I turn to Jess and I just say, Jess, there's no avoiding this. It looks like for us to survive, we're going to have to participate. I cast Bardic Inspiration on anyone that's willing to go out of the door straight away.
All right.
Yep. I think I'm kind of sobering up here. And it looks like a fight is abreast.
Aye, good sir. Like I said, there's no escaping this. We must take action or fear for falling under the darkness once more.
Okay. So who are you going to give your bardic inspiration to?
Ben,
Thank you, sir.
Two.
take a Bardic Inspiration.
Torlek. How do you inspire Torlek?
Torlek. Well, I'm not going to pat him on the ass, that's for certain. I pull on his his curse and I just say to him, "May whichever faith you follow, or whichever champion you fall under, give you the strength to battle in this darkness."
Well, that's pretty good. All right, Ben, so you get a D6 to add to any
Ooh, thank you, sir.
skill check or attack roll.
Nice, nice.
Who else is combat based? Like, what have we got? Like, I'm only going by image here to know that Ben's character seems like he's up for a rock.
I
God,
can
be wearing armor.
ask Owen and say, Owen, that Boo helped us out before. Will it help us out again this time? You were pretty good with it last time.
Well, I have nowhere else to go. Doesn't look like I've got much shelter, so
Okay.
guess I'll pitch in. But
That was my inspiration, by the way.
your inspiration?
That'll do.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
Okay, so
they're here with you.
Arwen, you get to add a D6 to any skill check or attack roll. Once.
I test Godfrey and I say, Godfrey, I can see by your face that you're apprehensive to everything that is going on.
Yeah, you.
Whoa, wait a minute, there's two of me.
Just mirror image of myself.
I understand your apprehension going out there. It sounds like you've encountered this before, but please go out there in the knowledge that I am behind you, and I'll do my best to support any of our fellows that survived the night. And I give him bardic inspiration as well.
Okay, yeah, you probably needed to do that, although he's probably not going to go. Okay, he like wipes a bit of cold sweat off his brow, and he's like, just nods. I'll head out with them.
I nod back in return. Jess, my fellow, my companion, my cohort, I pray that we make it through tonight, and in doing so, I give you my last bardic inspiration. Stay safe, be brave, and good luck.
Actually, I'll
Can't
cast
stay intact, my friend.
before we go outside. I'll cast bless on the 3 people around me. So.
Ooh.
Yeah. So that gives you a D4 to add to any save and throw or attack roll.
Oh.
So I kind of grips a chain, like an image of a candle on a chain, and just whisper some words, and like glowing light spreads across it all.
Remember who's got what, because as a DM, I am not going to tell you if you forget
Yeah, so
you've got
that's
bless.
You, and you.
Thank you, sir.
And I hope it's useful, because that's one of my 2 spells.
Wonderful. All right then. So,
1 second. I just need to check something before I announce what I'm going to do next.
well, what I need everyone to do next is roll initiative.
Ooh.
2. I rolled a 3 minus 1.
Okay.
Wow. Torlek,
16.
Torlek gets 13.
13.
Yeah, that bardic inspiration didn't give us quite the drive to get to the top of the initiative.
Oh,
Oh, wait.
did you have me muted?
I didn't have you muted, but you've cut your back now.
There we go. Right. Descending order. Wonderful.
Be not how I thought you would spell it.
No. Oh yeah. Okay. So, Arwen is first to move.
Whoa.
Out that door.
How do I get the door?
This is the door here. You just move.
All
You move
right.
through them. You move your 6. All right. So when you get outside,
Yeah.
this is what you see.
Oh.
Oh, lovely.
In the middle of the streets, Hello? Is everyone? Am I still here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. The street outside is a maelstrom of rushing bodies. The terrified residents of Braskov are running for their lives, seeking shelter anywhere they can. Blood is flowing in the streets of Braskov tonight, and the siren is playing the town's swan song. Bodies lie with their flesh torn and their entrails strewn across the mud. The frenzied panic intensifies as a huge, twisted, and grotesque body. Oh my god, what's happened there? Why is Inkscape came up? As a huge, grotesque body with outspread, leathery wings lands amidst the crowd. Its needle talons pin down a terrified woman. Her scream is cut short as the beast rips into her flesh, devouring her greedily. As it raises its bloody maw and screeches into the night, it reveals rows of jagged teeth. It turns towards you, Arwen, and growls hungrily. Gustav is already further up the street, the broken body of a Strigoi in his wake. He charges the siren, furiously exchanging blows with her. So, there we go. Bless. There you go, you got a little icon. Okay, so outside, this huge creature, it looks exactly like it does there, so I don't need to put it in Discord, is landing. It's got blood all over its maw. It turns it to you, Owen. Towards you.
I think Arwen wants to pull out her longbow and take a shot for its throat.
Shot for its throat.
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
Right. So. Oh crap. Right. So 7. What
What was adding to that?
So,
Dexterity.
your dexterity and your proficiency gets added to that.
And action under attack.
Oh, it's the 1d8.
I know before that one.
4.
So the hit, it is what did you roll? 7 plus 4, 11.
11. Yeah, and what about that? D4?
Well, do you want to roll that now?
I don't know what it means.
Well,
Sorry.
so you're trying to hit it now,
Yeah.
and you've got 11. Do we think that'll hit it? Probably not. It's a
No.
big die.
So I.
The bless isn't
Yeah,
used up,
what-
you just keep adding it until I lose concentration. So you can
Sorry.
use it as much as you want, the d4.
All right.
Oh,
So
so D4?
Yep. Roll the d4 and add that on.
A
2.
2.
Yep. So that's what, 13 also.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Do you think you need to add your bardic inspiration as well?
That's
Yeah.
a d6, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go on.
1. Fuck me. Wants me to die. Alright, 14.
So we're on, yeah. 14.
Wonderful. All right, this is quite a big beast with thick leathery skin. As you let fly with your arrow, it sails straight towards it. It raises its large leathery wing and the arrow pierces through, leaving a large hole and slaps into the meaty flesh of its shoulder. It screams at you, but you've struck through and hit its flesh.
So
Damage off you.
the damage is that one. What was it? 1d8 plus what?
1d8.
Your dexterity modifier.
Alright,
So-
so roll a d8.
Yep.
Plus 2,
8.
8.
That's it. It's a good hit. It sticks into its meat. You can see as it does so, it wrenches its arm with its leathery wing back, and the arrow shaft snaps off. There's a little trickle of black blood from where you've hit it in the shoulder. As you look up towards the roofs at either side, you hear from 2 more atop the building. If anyone wants to make a history check to work out what these are, oh shit, the labels are visible. You guys know these are Strigoi. These are the fucking horrible beasts of the night. One of the most feared creatures in Vesterveld. Just for their ferocious surgery.
Do I know anything more about them? I've probably encountered them before.
Yes, you have. You know, actually, Actually, you need to roll another history check now. You've had time to think.
Okay.
Can I
12.
join? Can I join him on that?
Would
So-
you know about? Yes, you would know about Strigoi as well.
Yeah. Sweet.
So
12 for me.
12 for you. If Ben's roll's higher, we'll take Ben's roll. Right,
12.
We'll sit with well.
What?
12 then.
You
Alright.
put 6 to history.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I have.
So
I've got
you
0.
know with your 12 that Strigoi are vampire spawn that have gone savage and feral.
Great.
With a 12. They drink blood, seem to get stronger from it.
Okay.
Alright. Any bonus action from you, Arwen?
Maybe quick shot.
Go for it.
Alright.
This is a -5 to hit.
So D20 plus 4 minus 5 is D20 minus 1.
10. This
Yeah.
time, the Strigoi is ready for your shot, and it starts to move side to side like a panther, like a cat about to pounce on its prey. And as it does so, it bobs out of the way of your arrows. It flies overhead and buries itself in the branches of the tree behind it.
Alright.
Never mind.
Remember that you can add your D4, I think. So you're blessed.
Pardon?
You can add your D4 to that attack roll.
Oh yeah. Crap.
Go on.
Yeah.
I'll let you do it this time. If you forget again, though, it's
Oh,
One.
I still hit the tree that
still in the
Still
tree,
at
that
11.
one. Still in the tree.
Blessings of the tree.
Alright, that's Arwen done. Sindri is up next. You can see through the open door in front of Torlek the most horrific, feral beast you've ever seen in your life. 4 times the size of you, with giant leathery wings of a 20-foot wingspan. It snarls with fresh blood dripping down its jaws.
Fuck it, I've got to take the threat that's directly in front of us. I'll cast Dissonant Whisper.
Dissonant whispers.
Mm-hmm. 1 second, 5, 10, 15, 25. Yeah, I can cast it from where I am. Hit that Strigoi straight in front of the door.
Okay. Need a wisdom saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What'd you roll?
That's going to be an 11.
Nope. So you got to take 3d6 psychic damage. And it has to move as far away from me as possible. Yeah. Okay, so
No
that's
problem.
3d6.
So on its turn, it will move. Uh,
10.
10 damage. Outstanding. Okay, so it will move on its turn. As far away from you.
I'll stay in my position. I won't do anything else at this point.
Okay, wonderful. Torlek, you're up.
Okie dokie. First things first, I'm going to run up into close quarters with this Strigoi here. And as I run up, I'm going to cast Sacred Flame on it.
Like a flame! Go
Sacred
for it.
Flame!
Sonic boom!
Which means I'm gonna need a save from you, a dexterity saving throw from the Strigoi.
Okay.
And the
You
DC
can
is
see by
gonna
the way it's moving that it's pretty dexterous.
Well, yeah.
Ooh, it's slightly caught off guard though, staring still at Arwen, with the distant whispers raging in its head. It only rolls a 10.
That is not gonna cut it, unfortunately. So it's gonna take. Well, fortunate for me, it's gonna take 1d8 radiant damage, which is gonna be 5.
5 damage. As the sacred flame, boom, explodes all over its left wing as it tries to shield itself. And the leather starts to burn and crackle. You can see holes appearing in its wing, and it shrieks in pain.
And then for my bonus action, as I get right up in its grill, I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on myself and just sort of, come on! Like, bring it on!
Oh,
And that'll be it for me.
excellent. Cool. Good hit, good hit. Leokuno!
Cool. Well, I think I can also get up in its dish there, right?
You can?
Yeah. I'm gonna try and stab at it with a rapier strike. So, yeah. Let's have a roll on that, please.
Oh, shit, sorry. Never mind.
What?
Dissonant whispers. It should have moved on its reaction, but we'll do it on its turn. Because it goes for all of you guys anyway, and I think it'd be better if you all get a hit in first before it moves away.
Well, I'm trying. That's 4 plus 4 plus a d6 of a d4 of inspiration.
D6 of inspiration.
D4 of bless, D6 of inspiration.
D4 of bless,
Hey.
which takes 11, and a d6 of inspiration, which takes it up to 14. So
As it's
14.
distracted from all of the whispers going on in its head, blocking out any primal thoughts that it had, you managed to strike through with your rapier and find flesh with the tip of your sword.
So that just the tip gets me 3 damage.
Oh.
Nightmare.
Wonderful.
I am drunk, but still, kind of sobering up.
You actually just whip him with the rapier.
So yeah, 3 overall, mate.
Okay.
1, 2.
Any bonus actions from you, bud?
No, that's it, man. Just give it a quick stab in the tip. That's all I'm good for these days.
Fantastic. Okay, Jessail, you are up next with the foul, feral beast.
Okay. I'm gonna shimmy myself over here. And then just shot at it with the light crossbow. Let's roll for that.
Oh, there it is.
Bang!
Right, let's see. That's 1d8, isn't it, for that? Or is it 1d6 for the crossbow? Been a fool and not written it down.
I think
Oh,
light
no, it was
crossbows are a
1d8. 'cause we
d8. Yeah.
decided last time.
Yeah, we had this discussion last time. It's 1d8.
Yeah.
Well, you're rolling 2.
For some reason, it's just rolled 1. That's really helpful. Do 2.
Oh.
May as well have not bothered with the second one, but every little helps.
It helps. It does.
Right, so that is 7 damage in total.
Your crossbow bolt flies between the squirming forms of Torlek and Leoquinor, passes through them perfectly, striking the Strigoi mid-center of its midriff. And the bolt buries itself right up to the fletchings in its flesh. It howls in pain. Mm. More like a. Anything else from you, Giselle?
No, I've not really got anything bonusy this turn.
Alright, okay. Godfrey.
I'll turn to Tivana and say, if there's a back way out of here, now's the time to take it.
She's sort of frozen, staring out the door at the siren, and Gustav doesn't quite seem to hear your words.
I'm just gonna test this new hand axe out and just yeet it at the Strigoi.
Go for it.
Yeah, not good. Let's see.
Oh,
Rolled a 5 plus.
5.
So that's what I got. Plus 6, so 11.
11. Not quite as you yeet the hand axe.
You've got bardic inspiration as well, remember?
I think I'm gonna save that for now.
Fair shout, fair shout.
The hand axe yeets over the top of the Strigoi and clatters to the ground next to the siren, who is looks exactly like she does in the picture. This huge spectral being with long bony wings, fiery red hair streaming out from behind her 2 curved horns as she floats about 5 feet off the ground. Her voice is pouring from her open mouth as she's exchanging blows with Gustav with scratching claws.
Okay. When the hand axe lands next to her, and I actually look at her, I think he just goes pale and then just kind of goes back behind the door. Fuck that.
Good stuff. Okay. So it is the Strigoi, so it's going to use its turn to get as far away. So Liaquanor and Torlek are going to get opportunity attacks.
Yes, boy.
As it leaps into the air over the tree and lands.
Opportunity attacks with advantage.
No, just opportunity attacks, mate.
Do you get your D4, Dad?
Yeah.
So Torlek swings, but the Strigoi is too quick.
Oh man.
Fuck.
Jesus.
Liaquanor, you stab forward with the rapier. A good 6 seconds after the Strigoi has left, stopping, and your sword falls out of your hand to the floor in front of you. Too many.
Shouldn't have had so much drink.
Okay, on the Strigoi's turn, you can see this one lands between these 2 terrified citizens, lashes out with 2 claws, completely eviscerating the 2 terrified citizens trying to flee. Their guts and entrails spill out over the floor as it dips down and starts to devour them. It's going to swoop here, lash out with the claw at Liaquanor as it lands in front of you, seeing the damage you did to its friend. It's going to be a 12 to hit that one.
Armor class of 13, so no, sorry, not there.
To duck out the way, it swipes over the top of you. It follows it up with one to the terrified citizen to your left, and you see their head topple to the ground and roll to your feet. You see it duck down and devour. The flesh of the humanoid. So outstanding. And then this one here. Just as it lands in front of the terrified citizen, it also, oh my god, rolls a natural 20, leans down with its jaws and rips their throat out. sending blood spraying across the floor as it also starts to devour its prey. The fleeing citizens are going to move now. These three are going to run down here and try to disappear down this side alley. This one's going to try to run away as best it can. The Strigoi is going to get an opportunity attack. As he turns to run, you see the Strigoi slice his back open, dip down and begin to feed on him too. This guy is going to huddle into a fetal position, start to pray to the Lady of Light. The citizen's going to run down here.
Well, that guy's dead.
So now you're all outside properly. You can see the rest. The rest of that. There we go. On the siren's turn, you hear the song stop momentarily. And she goes, "Take them!" She points towards you as a group. And the Strigoi is one. Turn with their heads towards you. Arwen.
Yeah.
You're up, love.
Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out which of the Strigoi has been hit the most, but actually,
I think there's only one that's been hit, and it's that one at the bottom.
he's got a way down the way back, yeah.
As you watch them devour the terrified citizens' flesh, their muscles seem to bulge and their veins seem to pump stronger.
Yeah, I'll try longbow again against the one that's just tied down on the two. I'm clicking on it, but I don't think it's. Oh, that one.
Yep, that one.
Yeah. Distract him from his dinner. Oh yeah, I gotta roll.
Yep.
Oh, what the hell? Sorry, I got like two weird things came up. So I got my 20. Roll a 4. But I've got my D4.
D4. Yep.
And what was your
Oh,
modifier?
God. Hey!
What was your modifier on the longbow shot?
Blah, blah, blah.
Plus,
Yeah, plus 4.
well, we're on, what, 6?
9.
9,
No.
yeah.
Can't count. And what's that D6 thing about as well?
The bardic inspiration, does
Yeah.
that still count?
Or,
no,
I
you've
don't
used
know.
that now.
Oh, you've used that now.
Oh, you're right, I've used that once.
So as you
Alright,
let fly quickly the Strigoi down to your left, you do a hurried shot with your bow. Don't quite take enough time to aim, and you see the arrow thunk sickeningly into one of the bodies of the terrified citizens below the Strigoi's feet with a sickening.
Right. I'll try a quick shot then, because what is that I have?
Was it -5 to hit?
8.
That,
So it's going to be a 7. So
Your
with
D4.
well,
Oh,
never mind. Well, you can roll the 4 as well.
yeah.
with a 4 as well. So that takes it to 11. Oh, that takes it to 10. With an accuracy that would have been impressive in any other scenario, you split the arrow in the terrified citizen's remains with a new arrow.
Oh, well.
All right, Sindri, you're up now. Torlek, you're on deck next. So think about what you want to do. Off we go, Sindri. So you can see the Strigoi to the left of Leoquinor through the door. Anything else is obscured from where you are.
Right, okay.
Actually, you can see the Strigoi to the right as well through the window.
Right, okay. Give me a second. Let me just ponder. Everyone's okay at the moment.
You can also see when the siren speaks that first time, Godfrey just like leans over to his right and just is sick.
I feel the first thing I need to do is just like move to Godfrey and just sort of give him some words of reassurance. It's okay, lad. Do or die. It has to happen here. There's no escaping it, and you
He
know
probably
that.
looks about 20 years older than you.
Yeah, I know, but I've seen some things too. I know the look. Trust me. Right, I didn't want to cast this yet, so I'm gonna try and avoid doing so until necessary. Can I meta this for a second? Glenn, you got any objections to a quick meta? Why ask the group?
I do actually, because you wouldn't be able to ask them in the fight.
Okay, that's fine. I'd rather ask and assume. Fuck it. I try and display Godfrey a sense of bravery by going out. Let me just see what's that. That's 5, 10, 15, 20. I move to the front door and I'll fire my crossbow at the nearest Strigoi.
That's to the one to the left of the Aquanor.
That's correct, yes. That one. That is correct. Give me a second to roll. Where's my dice app gone? Penis.
On your penis. Not the best
Yep, that's where I keep them. I haven't really got testicles. I've got dice instead. Okay, it's D20. It's a Dex one, isn't it? So
Sounds like a painful ejaculation.
it's not proficient, so it's just +4. Okay. Come on, dice. Please be nice. You've been shit to the rest, but please. 14.
You see your arrow fly over Leocanor's shoulder as he looks to his fallen soul on the floor. It strikes the Strigoi center of its chest.
Huzzah! Right, Dimage. It's 1d8, isn't it?
Yes.
Fucking that'll do. 7.
7.
You see the bolt bury itself up to the fletchings in the creature's flesh. It scratches at it once, trying to remove it, and then focuses on you.
I give a little eep and prep the next one.
Okay. Torlek, you're up now. Leocanor, you're on deck next. So think about what you want to do.
Cool. No worries at all. Just Torlek just runs straight at the closest Strigoi, and I'm just going to take a big old swing at it with the mace. Just try and stove its head in. That's going to be 13 to hit.
That's a hit. You manage to not quite catch it in the head. It moves its head out the way at the last second. You catch it on top of its shoulder with a sickening crunch.
And that's going to be 5 whole damage.
Your hammer strikes the flesh. You see it break ever so slightly. Thick black ichor starts to run out of the creature's the wound.
And that'll be it for me. Just recover from the swing.
Leo, you're gonna have to use your bonus action to pick your sword up, sir.
Yeah, indeed. I'll pick that up, give it a wipe down, pick it straight up, and move back in to give it a strike. Smash a strike at it of 6 plus 4, 1d4.
Yep.
Yay, 4.
Yay.
So you roll 10, not quite enough to hit the Strigoi. You definitely
God's
move out
sake.
the way of your blade as you yet again stab forward in your drunken haze. And, you can smell the blood, the fresh hot blood on its breath, as it spittle and splatters you with entrails as it roars in your face.
That's me.
Jessail.
Okay.
Godfrey, you're up next.
Yes. Okay, I'm gonna take a punt at this guy
Okay.
with ice knife.
Oh, yeah, girl, come
nice.
on. Fucking, this was mint last time.
So it's my favorite toy. So +3.
Oh, again!
Again!
Go,
Holy shit!
Woohoo!
Holy shit, 2 in a row.
I am never gonna roll another one again, so enjoy these while they last, guys.
Or at least they're being used in the right moment.
2 natty 20s in a row, I reckon that gets you triple damage.
Oh!
Yes. So that would be 3d10.
Yeah.
I don't put my modifier on this one, do I?
No, just 3d10.
I think so.
Did you use your bardic?
No, but I'm gonna save that for when the rolls get bad.
You don't
'cause-
really need it. That's some hella damage right there.
Oh my!
You can't.
Outstanding. So as you let fly with your trusty ice knife, it sails through the air like a small, hateful comet and strikes the Strigoi in its left eye. Sickening, crackling, its face begins to freeze over, and the ice knife explodes.
Pew!
Damn.
I'm gonna let you do your 2d6 and then another 2d6 because it was a critical.
Good.
I will take that with both hands.
Oh.
There we go. We've hit the peak. We're down.
Fantastic.
Numbers of cases are dropping at a very speedy rate, guys.
Oh, his head just like comes flying off. Its eyes now a gaping, bloody mass of black dripping gore. It screams and shakes its neck as if it's trying to get rid of the worst ice cream headache you've ever seen. Okay. Anything else from you, Jessail?
Yeah, I'm gonna use message. Can I use message as a bonus action? Oh, I can't because I've already cast a spell. Don't worry.
It's a cantrip.
Is
so I
it
think
a
it's
cantrip?
action anyway.
I believe
Yeah, it is.
can.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll let, in this, I'm going to let people cast a cantrip and a level 1 spell. Although message
fucking
is
A.
an action. Message
Awesome.
is an action, so you can't cast message.
Yeah.
So if
Okay.
a cantrip is a bonus action, you can cast a cantrip and a level 1 spell in your turn.
I have message as a cantrip.
But it's an
But
action.
it is an action.
It is an
spell.
action. Yeah. Okay. Then no further actions.
Wonderful. Godfrey.
Okay.
The Strigoi are up next, so beware.
Yeah. I think since everyone's run outside now, he's kind of just gonna go. Okay, can't be a coward this time, and then I'll just run out and try and whack this guy with the mace.
Okay, go for it.
Do I have advantage because flanking?
I would say so, but you are standing on the remains of a terrified citizen, so you've got unsure footing underneath you, so there will be -2 to the roll.
Okay. Yeah. So 6 plus 6 is 12 to hit, I think.
-2 is 10.
Not quite enough. The Strigoi is not even looking at you, but it's just moving so fast as it rears back to strike. You miss with the mace, swinging into the space that it was just a moment before.
Okay. That's it.
Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. So the Strigoi are next to act. The one that's surrounded by the three of you lashes out at Torlek first. With a, oh my god, I'm rolling shit. That's with a 9 to hit Torlek.
Nowhere near, mate. Shrugs it off on the shield.
Oh, but a 22 to hit Leoquinor.
Oh, fucking hell.
Die.
The slashing damage, that is... yeah, 14 slashing damage.
Oh, fucking hell.
Jeez.
I've only got 10 hit points, man.
Yes. You are down, sir.
Incapacitated.
Better than decapitated.
What we got for incapacitated? That looks pretty good. Alright. Second one. Going to move in. And again, swing at Torlek.
God damn.
Time with a 13.
Nowhere near.
Nowhere near.
Good with
So
that
I'm gonna
shield,
move
buddy.
To... yeah, it's going to move out of your area of attack and swing at the citizens. You get a free hit at it. It's going
Yes,
after the
please.
easily first. It eviscerates the terrified citizen that was cowering.
Oh dear. Opportunity attack against this thing is going to be 6 plus a d4 because I'm blessed, which is 8 plus 2 is 10, and I'm going to use my bardic inspiration to make sure it hits 13.
13 is exactly what you need to hit. These things have got an armor class. Oh no, sorry. You won over. These things have got an armor class of 12.
And it's going to do 5 damage.
5 damage. Outstanding. So as it leans in and takes a huge bite of the terrified citizen's body and begins to swallow it down. You see its muscles begin to swell, and then you roll up with your mace and crack it in the back. You see the muscles that were swelling stop. The veins aren't pumping as hard. And you deal your damage. Outstanding.
Very
And the
good.
final one is going to swing at Godfrey twice.
Aye.
With a 13 and a 18 to hit.
The 18 would hit, but I'm going to use Warden Flare to like flash with light, and he has disadvantage on his attack.
Ooh. Good stuff, because that's now a 13.
Both miss.
Both miss. So the Strigoi rears up in front of you. You let off your Warden Flare. It slashes inches above your head. You feel the air across the top of your hair. And as you look down the street towards the Siren and Gustav lands a mighty hit with his warhammer. Boom! The breath is knocked out of the Siren for a split second, and the song stops. With that, the Strigoi start to look around as if they've no idea where they are or what they're doing, and then they smell the fresh blood at their feet. A split second later, the Siren's song starts back up, and she exchanges blows with Gustav some more. You see him take a huge slash down his bare chest. Blood begins to run down his body.
When I spoke to Tavana, did she look like she was actually going to run away, or did you just stand there like a fool?
It looked like it was as if you spoke to a statue.
Great. And you want to be making like a tree and
Yeah.
leafing.
I'm just gonna stick to what I've been doing, which is mostly missing. Longbow. That guy.
Go for it.
Oh
Fucking
god. Plus a
Um,
d4.
Yeah.
Yay!
I got a 4. Okay.
Which
I'll take it to 12.
of the
With my modifier is another 4, so
That's a hit then.
That'll do it. That'll do it. That's a hit.
and then I gotta do the D8, is it?
Yeah, plus what?
8 plus 2 damage.
Oh, nice.
How
Full
do we do
damage.
that again?
Now we're done the longbow.
4?
Yep. 1d8 plus 4.
Yeah.
Yep. Roll that.
I did.
Oh, 8 plus 4, 12 damage, man.
Outstanding. So this time, taking a steady breath, you inhale, let fly before you exhale. The arrow flies straight and true over the unconscious form of the Okono and strikes the Strigoi as it's about to take a bite out of his neck. You see the arrow hit in the side of the face, dig deep into the side of its jaw. Gives the Okono a few more seconds to recover.
Alright. Well, I've got another brother then.
Mhm.
Well, I might as well do a quick shot as well while I'm at it. On the same. That guy. 14.
Wait.
That's a hit.
A hit. I do my D. I don't need to do my D4, do I?
Yeah,
No, you've already
no, you don't need to, but you do the damage now.
Damage.
Indri, you're up next, so think about what you're going to do.
I am.
Oh,
For
max
another-
damage.
Twice in a
Again.
row. God damn.
Outstanding.
You
Guys are
roll.
rolling good damage. Everyone, bar Jess Hale's rolling pretty rubbish to hit though.
I haven't hit anything yet either.
I'm sure you will.
8 on the D8 plus the 4.
So the second arrow flies straight and true as it turns its head towards Godfrey. You strike it in the side of the neck. It sees you in the background with the bow, but it sees the two foes in front of it side to side and it doesn't quite know which way to go, who to go at. But it wants to get to you and tear your elven flesh to pieces. Okay, any movement from you?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
No, I'm staying where I am.
Okay, Sindri, you're up now. Torlek, you're on deck next.
Just because of my unfamiliarity with this, what would casting Cure Wounds or Healing Words do to Lequonor that's on the floor?
It will
Heal him.
stop him from dying, give him some hit points, probably wake him up and allow him to stand up and attack on his next turn. Or GTFO, depending on what he wants to do.
I'd like to do that. Damn it, that is.
Okay, first thing I'm going to do then is I'm going to fire my crossbow bolt at the Strigoi nearest to us, so the one that's that's surrounded. Yeah, that one. That's it. So I'll do that first. Well, piss.
God
That
damn.
misses.
Yeah.
But
Fly
then,
straight over.
but then as a bonus action, I will cast Healing Words on Adam. Just because. There you go, Lequonor.
Leoquinor. So, still unfamiliar with the crossbow you have in your hands, you shakily aim it at the Strigoi, let fly with the bolt. There's a bit too much kick on it from your halfling arms to handle it. Whoosh! Flies off into the night. You hear a distant window smash.
Whoopsie.
Leoquinor, how right?
Plus your spellcasting modifier.
So, what I do with Healing Words is, again, I use my magic words of power with "You've got the touch, you got the power," and 1d4 plus 3. Do I roll the d4 or does he?
You roll the d4, mate.
Okay.
Plus your modifier.
Yeah.
Whoop, not yet.
He's too unconscious to roll the d4.
Oh, touche. Thank you for the context. There you It's go, not buddy. much.
5 HP,
It's
Leoquinor.
5.
5? Halfway. Living on a prayer.
Okay, Torlek, you're on deck, sir. Unless there's any movement from you, Sindri, you can do it now.
No, I'll stay where I am for now.
Torlek.
Cool.
Leoquinor, you're on deck next.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay where I am and just shout, "Shut her up!" and cast Guiding Bolt on the Banshee Siren-y motherfucker over there.
On the siren.
You invite chaos, sir. You invite chaos.
Yeah. Which is going to be a ranged spell attack against target, which is going to be d20 plus 5, oh, 23 plus a
Nice.
d4.
You are in close combat. You are in melee, remember, for your ranged attacks.
Good
Yeah, disadvantage, cool. 5 plus 5 plus a d4, so 10 plus 12.
12. You let fly with your guiding bolt at this huge form of the siren. It clashes into the side of her with a flash of light that streaks towards her. It envelops her in crazy radiant damage when she starts to glow. The song is now directed at you.
Oh
That's
dear.
unfortunate.
So presumably that hits.
It does hit.
So she's gonna take 46 radiant. How do you make it roll 46? Sorry, is it / or dash?
/ roll 46.
/
I'm just missing the /.
17 radiant damage. And
Outstanding.
the next thing that attacks her gets advantage.
Brilliant.
And that's it for me.
You, fantastic. Good hit, good hit. Leoquinor.
Right, I'm gonna make firstly a vicious mockery of this guy. Which is you'll have to take a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh. It's not very wise. That's a 4.
Good. And then it fails that, and it'll take 1d4 of psychic damage and have disadvantage on your next attack. That'll teach you, kind of.
Do you even stand up, or are you still just lying on the ground like, you suck?
Yeah.
3. So, what do you shout at this Strigoi that is going to kill it?
Not today, tampon jowls.
With that, this Strigoi sort of looks and goes, "Argh!" and its head just kind of caves in, and it drops to the floor. It starts to twitch and jolt violently.
That'll teach him.
That's amazing.
That was a vicious mockery.
Just insulted it to death.
That was beautiful.
Would you like to move, Leoquinor? Would you like to move out of harm's reach?
Now that that's dead, I'm just gonna go and sit down over here.
Pour yourself a drink.
The table outside, you see there is a half-empty mug of ale on the table.
Yeah, I'll be having that.
You just say, right, I've done my bit. You guys.
I'm going to let you regain 1 hit point from down in the half mug of dirty ale. Alright, just ale, you're up there. You're on board now. Godfrey, you're up next.
Okay. I mean, pretty much right in front of me, there is a big glowing siren. So. Yeah, given I've got advantage, I'm gonna.
The dice forever be in your favour.
Let's spaff away my last spell slot on magic missile.
Alright,
You
fantastic.
don't.
Is...
Yeah, you don't need advantage for magic missile.
You just
Oh, do I not?
You just
Sorry,
know
I've not
it.
played a magic user before. I'm still learning.
auto hit.
Oh, in that case, I'll save that when I don't have advantage, and I will shoot them with a light crossbow. Thanks. Right. So. 21.
Auto
I'm
hit.
also going to be. What?
I said it auto hits, you just need to roll your damage.
No, but she decided to use the crossbow instead.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, so
sure.
I didn't waste having advantage.
Okay.
I did waste having advantage because the second roll I rolled a 1.
Well.
What's the plus D6 for?
Hmm?
Is that your bardic inspiration?
Yeah.
Right, well, you hit with that.
Yeah, but I wanted to see if I got something better the second time.
Well, the advantage takes the best roll anyway, does it not?
It
Yeah.
does. You were striking the siren
She
with your
could've critted.
crossbow bolt.
Read. Which is all of 3 damage.
3 damage. So as she's focused on you now.
Yeah, that was not worth getting her attention.
You shoot fire with the crossbow. You see the bolt fly towards her with an unnatural, unnerving quickness. She raises her hand and lets the bolt pierce her hand. It digs itself into the palm, into the flesh of her hand, and you see it crush the bolt in her hand as blood runs down her wrist.
Damn.
Anything else from you, Jasail?
No, I'm just gonna stand there in silent panic for the rest of the 6 seconds.
Godspeed, Godfrey, you're up now.
I guess I'll just try and hit. I'm gonna move off this corpse because that fucked us up last time.
Yeah.
Just try and hit him with the mace again, but I got no advantage this time. 12.
12, that hits. It's a good strike.
That's a D8. 8 damage.
8 damage. What does it look like when you crush this thing's skull?
I just kind of wait for it to turn its head and then just waiting for it to turn. Once its head's coming around, just bang right on top and just splinter its head.
Huge, two-handed overhead strike. You wind it up, and fate aligns as it turns its head towards you, snarling. You bring the mace down on top of its head, and you hear a sickening crack as the top of its skull smashes in half, sending black ichor spraying up your beautiful armor as it drops to the floor dead in front of you.
Nice.
As it falls to the floor, the final Strigoi screams. In an instant, you hear
Fuck.
answering calls from other Strigoi in other areas of Braskov.
Well, piss on me.
Okay. Torlek and Jasail, as you see the second Strigoi struck to the floor, you feel fingers, tendrils grasping at your minds. Need you both to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh dear.
Who was that?
Jasail and Torlek.
Jasail.
Oh, no.
Or like you have D4 to add to your saving throw.
It doesn't matter, my friend.
Well, okay.
The worst headache
You could roll a
ever
4.
experienced blinds you. Pain emanates from the middle of your skull, and you both hear a voice in your head.
Fuck.
Sounds like the DC was high anyway if Naomi's hit 17 and still getting it.
Yeah. Maybe let's just get the one out of the way.
There we go. Look at your phones.
Oh, yeah. I feel like this is rapidly turning into that scene from Aliens. Marines, we are leaving!
They're in the ceiling, man! They're in the ceiling, they're everywhere!
Momentarily distracted on forcing her will upon Jasail and Torlek, Gustav manages to score a huge hit with the Warhammer. Sundering one of the siren's arms, you hear bones break, and you see a huge bone come sticking out of her arm as she's knocked. Her feet touch the ground for a second before she rises back up and launches another swipe at him. This time gouging a big, deep chunk of flesh off the top of his thigh. His meat slides to the floor.
It's meat.
His leg meat, sorry, his leg meat.
Oh my god. Much better, buddy. No, much better.
Gustav. Oh, his leg meat, a big slab of leg meat comes and slides onto the floor. Right, next up is Arwen.
Right. Well, since she's been knocked by Gustav, I'll try and shoot at her.
Okay.
Probably roll a 1. Let's see. The 7.
Plus 4.
D4.
Yeah.
Plus D4.
I was gonna try that too. And a 1. So
Oh,
Plus D4.
plus my 4. Yeah, that's
It's
still
12. It's 12.
12. It's enough to hit.
It's enough to
Plus
hit.
6 for you.
Yay!
Enough
Okay.
to hit.
So I need to do the D8.
D8 plus 4. 10. That's good.
10 damage is good. Flies through the air, this time catching her in her thigh as she raises her large clawed foot up to try and kick Gustav away. Your strike throws her kick off balance. And for a second, her concentration is broken.
Alright.
Are you adding your proficiency to your attacks? Because you should have +2 plus your dex to hit.
Yeah,
Plus.
her dex is +2 and her proficiency is +2.
Ah, okay. Then you should only be adding +2 to damage then.
I don't know. I'm just going off the character sheet. What it says on there.
Your damage you add your dex to, but your attacks you add your dex plus your proficiency. So they wouldn't be the same number.
Give me a tick. I've got a character sheet here. Let's have a quick butchers. Yeah, 1d8 +2 piercing on the character sheet.
Oh, it's 1 plus 2. Okay.
Doesn't matter.
That's only 8 damage then.
Yeah, still enough to knock the kick off
Yeah.
off kilter. Okay. If there's no movement, Sindri, you're up next. Then Torlek, you're on deck.
I'm sorry.
Are you moving?
It's not me, no, it's on
No,
Sindri.
but you can move.
Oh, no, I don't
Listen.
want to move. It's
Okay.
Sindri. Bobby.
Yo, sorry. Crossbow bolt. Oh shit. Okay. But this. Yeah, the Strigoi. I'll fire it at him. 1 second, just gotta switch my dice round.
That's a hit. Roll your damage.
2.
2 damage.
You got no dex
Every
mod.
little helps.
Sorry, say that again, Callum. What?
You got no dex mod to add to that.
Shit, I should be adding my dex modifier to that. Well, that's +4 then. I've been selling myself short on the damage for this for the last few shots then.
Yes, you have.
Thanks for the heads up, Callum.
Alright.
Remember it from now on, otherwise I won't tell you. Okay, fantastic. So your crossbow bolt flies across the open space between you and the Strigoi, narrowly missing Torlek. It pelts into its back, digging itself deep into the black flesh. The Strigoi hardly seems to notice, surrounded by so much blood. Its senses are on fire. Any movement from you, Sindri?
Let me just see location. No, I'm in the best position for what I can do.
Fantastic. Torlek, you're up next.
Torlek just sort of clamp both my hands to my head like ah, and then just turn around and run straight into the squishies and take a swing at Sindri.
Fucking shit.
That's gonna be 14 against your AC, mate.
Bobby,
Say that again, buddy. Sorry, my headset cut out there. What was that?
You're getting smashed with a
14,
mace.
14 against your AC.
Oh, penis.
You don't have cutting words as a bard yet, do you?
No, I don't. Mate, I'm so green as a bard.
Shit.
Practically the colour of the trees.
what's your AC?
Leather is 12 plus your dex, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I think your AC is 15.
Yes.
So Torlek's mace.
Sorry,
Managed
leather's 11 plus your dex.
Yeah, 15.
So
Yeah.
15.
15. So Torlek's mace narrowly misses the space in which your head was in. As you see him advance towards you, you know something's not right, and you've managed to bob and weave just out of the way of Torlek's heavy mace as it swings past your face. You swear to all of the fallen heroes that the tip of it touches your nose. Alright. We'll have a wisdom save, Ben.
Okay,
But you've got a d4 to add.
Yes,
DC
mate.
has dropped slightly as she did take some damage.
It's gonna be 6 plus 1 is 7 plus my wisdom 5, so 12.
12. Not quite enough. The blood rage still fills your senses. The people in front of you are enemies and they're trying to kill you.
Well,
Leoquinor, you're up next. Then it's Jasael.
Okay, so I just after witnessing what happened there, can I move up to here and maybe slap him in a Indiana Jones style, like
You're hysterical, man.
Temple of Doom style, and like try and slap him out of it?
You can do, yeah.
What do I
Temple
roll?
of Doom style, like you're gonna pull his heart out.
So you're going to roll a d20 plus, if you're trying to do it quickly, plus your dex. If you're trying to do it with a heavy-handed slap, plus your strength. I'll let you do either.
Well, I'll do it dexterously then in that case. So it'll be 15 plus 5.
That's a good hit. That's a dirty 20.
Is it?
that's gonna be a hit, yeah.
Wanna make
1
sure
point of
that-
damage.
Oh no,
Torlek.
sorry, it's not.
Slap
It's
you across
17.
the face.
17, mate. Sorry.
Is what, sorry?
17. 15 plus 2.
Oh, just enough.
Just slap him out of it.
You take 1 point of damage, Torlek,
Uh-huh.
as he slaps you across the face. Anything else from you, Leoquinor?
No, I guess that's kind of like an unarmed attack, alright? So,
Yeah, have you got any bonus actions you want to do?
not really, mate, no. Just happy with that, like, just...
Did it look like it worked? Or you
I
just
was
wanted to
gonna
give him
say,
a
Can I make a save
Torlek's
here, or...?
face still twisted in rage.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Still twisted in rage.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Okay.
It's almost like powerful vampire lords can't just be solved with a slap.
God damn it. I didn't know that.
Jasael.
Well, now you do, but there you go.
Cool, that's me then.
I mean, some guy has just run up and slapped my only ally in the face, so I'm gonna hit him with a stick.
Oh, Christ. We're dead. Everyone leave.
Lucky she threw off that ice knife earlier, eh?
Yeah, but I'm within 5 foot of that.
Yeah,
Oh, I've accidentally rolled twice.
doesn't matter, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think either of those would have hit you anyway.
11 from the first one, Leoquinor.
Nah, it's gonna be 13, but...
So you manage to duck out the way as you see a whipping quarterstaff come flying at you as you turn. Jasael's face is twisted in anger and hatred. Any movement, Jasael?
No, I'm gonna stop here.
Okay, wisdom saving throw from you, please. Again, the DC has lowered because the siren did take some damage before.
Good. Right,
You're welcome.
thank you. Damage her more next time, though, please.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not that low.
Filled with a
I
hate
told you, I
and
peeked.
a rage that you've
Done
never
now.
experienced before. Godfrey, you're in a situation all too familiar.
This isn't good. Okay. Okay, I'm going to try this. I run behind Torlek, put a hand on his shoulder and cast protection from good and evil. Evil and good or whatever. Basically, he's immune to possession from an undead. Hopefully it clears it.
Ooh.
But everyone who has blessed loses that. But basically, Torlek, you're immune to fear, charms, possessions from aberrations, celestials, elementals, fays, and undead. And they also have disadvantage to attack you.
You're great, you are.
But that's my last spell slot.
So you get advantage on your next wisdom saving throw, Torlek.
Okay.
I mean, you're immune to charm and possession automatically. It's not like a save.
Yeah, if the
I'm
target is already charmed,
yeah.
frightened, or possessed by
I
such
haven't
a
got the whole.
creature,
I haven't got the whole spell thing written down.
the target has advantage on any new saving throw against the rest.
Well, that's better than nothing.
Yes,
better
it
than
is.
Still what
nothing.
Godfrey was due.
So, seeing everyone's backs turned, the Strigoi is just going to leap. With final Strigoi, it's going to swing its dirty claws at Godfrey. With a 16 and a 19.
I'll use my Warden Flare again to give a disadvantage on that second one.
14.
Yes.
So
So I
both
just
of them
block with
miss.
the shield. Dink. Yep.
Alright, so you managed to block both the attacks with your shield as the claws come ripping in. Okay. And the Siren is going to concentrate her attacks on Gustav as they exchange some more blows. You see now the Siren has Gustav by the throat and is lifting him off the floor. Arwen.
God, I hope this protection from evil works.
Okay. I'm gonna try and hit the herself again with my
Okay.
longbow. So 7.
+4?
Yeah.
11? Oh no. Oh, it's just +4.
You don't have
need to roll it.
bless anymore.
You don't
Yeah,
need to
no
roll
bless.
it. It's just-
Oh,
But the +4 is the modifier, so
Yeah.
okay, modifier, so yeah.
That's not quite enough to get her. It sails over Gustav's shoulders and clatters into the building behind him.
Good shot.
yeah, I'll try a quick shot then. On her.
No.
Oh no.
No,
No.
the 3. It just flies off wildly into the night. You hear a distant window smash, and then the frightened as yet another of Asgard citizens' windows is sundered by a stray arrow. Okay, any movement from you, Arwen? If not, Sindri's up there.
Nope.
Okay. Well, seeing the absolute shit show that's going on in front of me, and concerned that there's an effective double team against a midget going on.
Pay extra for that usually.
I've got a cast Blade Ward on myself as my action.
Oh, good lord.
I know. But what I'm also going to do is, with presence of mind, I'm going to have to fall back into the tavern. 1, 2... Oh, one sec,
They'll
one
both
sec.
get attacks of opportunity on you if you do that.
Yeah, they will.
Oh, fuck's sake.
You've got resistance against bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage, though, which is good.
Yeah.
But I can't do
So-
anything else. If I cast this Blade Ward, I literally can't do anything else, can I?
No, because that takes 1 action.
It takes 1 action.
You could
But if you
inspire
want to
someone.
back off, it's the best thing you've
I
got.
can't, mate. I've given away my free bardic inspirations.
Ah, okay.
Ah, right, yes.
Then you can whistle a jaunty tune as you die.
You can use your entire action to disengage and go back into the
Yeah, you can
building.
do that.
But would they still not get a
No, not if you use your action to disengage.
10, 15, 20, 25. Okay, if I'm here, 1, 5, 10. 1 second, I'm just. Oh, that's not where I'm moving to. I'm just trying to. The grid's a bit pale from my screen. Okay, so that's 5, 10,
Trying to work out how you're gonna pussy away.
25.
Better?
Yeah. There we go. I'm gonna move to there.
One
Okay.
extra.
So
Gonna
as you
have
move
to.
back in, before Torlek goes, you see Tavana managed to shake off something. Her eyes blink a few times and she looks around as if wondering where she is. She goes, "Oh no, this is so bad." And she charges out of the door.
Tavana, be careful. It's a shit show out there.
You see her. She looks towards Gustav and the siren. Gustav! You see her begin to cast a spell on the floor in the air behind the siren. Seems to be taking some time. Torlek, you're up next.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to turn and swing at the guy that just slapped me, just snarling with rage. And just lash out. Oh god, 20.
I'm glad I just tapped you on the social.
Oh, shit!
Not a crit, just
No,
a.
you're going to take this on the chin.
Shit.
Here we go.
Oh,
Oh,
that's better. 1 damage.
Just one damage.
Just flailing with rage, just can't quite bring all the weight to bear.
You miss with
Great.
mace and catch Leocono in the face with your elbow as it travels past. But Leocono's chin's stronger than that shit.
Come on, Torlek. Save.
Wisdom
Save,
saving
save,
throw with
save.
advantage, Torlek.
Roger that. First one is 20, and second one is 13. So 20.
So with your
Come
roll,
on, man!
you blink for a second, your mind clears, the headache leaves, the rage leaves you. You're left feeling guilty as you remember everything you've just done.
No one has ever seen
Yeah.
such a look of abject horror as the one that's on Torlek's face right now from attacking innocent people.
It could be worse.
Could be. Leocono, you're up now.
Well,
Just say what's next.
I guess we're gonna have to try and stab this lad, aren't we? I'm not trying to.
Good idea.
That didn't work out well.
He's all up in your business. You just need to get above a 12, mate.
Yeah, well, let's find out.
Come on, Stunner.
Yeah, we can. Oh,
Yeah!
slap!
Just when you need it.
Nicely done.
Just when you need it.
So, yeah, that's
Double damage, son. Double damage.
2d8 plus 2. Sweet. Let's have a look. 9 damage.
Nine damage.
Can you not add your
Hey,
deck to it?
That's just.
That is with a dex on it.
That is
It
important.
rears back. You see it brandish its open mouth, rows of jagged teeth, all too close to your face. It lunges forward as if to sever your neck and drink the blood from your arteries, and you launch forward with your rapier, stabbing it Jack Sparrow style in the middle of the mouth. The blade pierces the back of its skull. You hear a as it starts to violently twitch before it falls to the floor unmoving.
Woo!
Another one!
That was more than just the tip this time. Deep throat.
Yeah.
Okay, if there's no movement from you, Jessil is up next, still filled with a primal rage.
So, on seeing this collage of emotion that's just gone across Torlek's face, you know, I kind of realised that he's wimped out. And the betrayal is real, and I'm going to take a two-handed swing at him with a quarterstaff.
Yeah, I don't think protection from evil helps you with this, Ben.
And I am so angry I can't even focus as it just sails right past him.
Yeah, well, no, you managed to. Sorry, Torlek, you managed to roll with the incoming hit. She telegraphs it quite well. Not very good with that quarterstaff. Your fighter's reflexes kick in, and you roll out of the way of the hit as it swings in midair above your head.
Okay, come on, Jesse, be wise.
Oh,
Nice.
Boom! She's
There
won!
we go. The feeling of rage dissipates, and the headache leaves your head. The whispers stop. All you know is guilt on what you've done.
I'm going to compartmentalize that for now. Torlek, I will apologise and buy you a beer later, but this is not the time, okay?
just nod, just a yeah.
Godfrey's up next.
Well, out of spells, so Sacred Flame on the Siren, I guess. Deck save.
Okay. As you turn and whip round and face the siren, she's holding Gustav up now, 16 feet in the air. He's way above the ground, and you can see her hand beginning to tighten as she looks past him towards you, opens her arms, then tilts her head ever so slightly, narrows her eyes, gestures forward,
She had a helmet on.
curls her fingers as if to say, "Bring it. Hit me with everything you've got."
Okay, she's got to make a deck save.
Ooh, 28.
Yep, that'll do it.
Jesus.
How I've seen the Siren before. Do I feel like it's first one? Is it actually her, not some fucking illusion? And
It's
two,
actually her.
okay, shit.
You believe the situation may be hopeless against the siren.
Yep.
But Gustav's life hangs in the balance.
Okay. Well, that was my action anyway.
Okay, fantastic.
I'm gonna just turn back to these guys and go. I think it might be time to leave.
So we hit the bottom of the round with the Strigoi dead. The siren, her gaze moves from you back to Gustav. Foolish Gustav. You could have had anything your heart desired. Anything you wanted, but instead you decided to die like a dog in the street. And her bladed fingers burst from his back as she rams them through his chest. She runs him through. Tivana's spell is suddenly finished, and the siren turns towards her, smiling. A faint glow surrounds Gustav. He turns over his shoulder to look towards Tivana. Smoke rises from the siren's hand that still holds him by the throat. The siren quizzically looks at Gustav. What pathetic trick is this? Gustav's eyes fill with a longing as he looks at Tivana before he turns back to the siren. As he does so, you hear two blood-curdling screams as two more Strigoi appear on the roofs either side, their faces covered with fresh blood. Gustav stares at the siren. It is no trick, fetch! It is the light! He rears back with the strength left in his body, raises his warhammer, now glowing bright as a star. Brilliant light fills the street, illuminating the grisly scene, and he drives it down into the siren's face. The impact of the blow knocks her back as she drops his lifeless body to the floor. She steps backwards into the now fizzling, forcing, crackling rift that is behind her. And as she does so, the rift winks once, and the siren is gone. Her song ends, Where are we? The attacking Strigoi screech as they feel the change in the air. Shimmers of light are expanding from Gustav in a rushing wave. You feel a gentle warmth as they rush over you. The Strigoi take to the air in a desperate attempt to flee, but they are too late. The wave of light crashes over them and their skin blisters and burns. They writhe in pain, caught helpless in the air. A heartbeat later, they are no more. Shimmering motes of light drift to the ground and fade away. The air feels warmer now. Braskov feels brighter. The colors are more saturated, and there is a faintest golden hue in the air. Tavana runs to Gustav's fallen body, crouches over it, and cradles his head in her lap. With tears in her eyes, she beholds the fallen, broken body of Gustav. Just under a breath, you can hear, "The lady has judged him. His sacrifice was noble, and she has hallowed this ground." She turns to you, tears streaming down her face. This was his heart's desire. A safe home for his family to grow. He has taken his place with the lady now, and he watches over all of us. She turns back to Gustav's broken body, kisses him on the forehead, and whispers, "You did it, you old fool. By the light, you did it." She sits there for a moment, cradling his broken form. You hear light footsteps approach from the alleyway here. The halfling form of Torlek Boyai with a head wound stands before you. He's breathing heavily, and his shining plate armor, now scratched and dinted, covered in the thick black blood of the Strigoi. He beholds the scene and turns to you all. "Is anyone injured? Does any of you need medical attention?"
I'm just gonna walk up to where Gustav is and start praying.
Okay, fantastic.
I'm just gonna walk back out to these and say, "I'm sorry. I know it must seem at the end there that I faltered and ran away. I just didn't know what to do. My stature and the surrounding people and the violence sometimes is overwhelming from my past. I hope you can forgive me."
Well, as he says that, I'm just gonna put my hand on his shoulder and sort of go down on one knee and be like, "I hope you," like, so I'm sort of on his level, and just be like, "I hope you can forgive me. I am so sorry." Like, absolutely mortified, grief-stricken Torlek.
I nod and I say, "It's a tough world we live in, isn't it? And I promise I'll do my best to do better. You're a companion that I am glad that I have met, and to fight alongside all of you has been a true honor thus far. And I hope our companionship can stand a test of time in these dark hours."
You hear Torlek Boyai sniffle slightly at your heartwarming exchange. He says, "Please know you have our deepest thanks for defending our home tonight. Now, if you'd be so kind, would you let Victor know that it is safe? Please, wash off the blood of the Strigoi. It is very toxic. If none of you are hurt, if you require nothing further, please let us alone to attend to the dead." And Torlek starts to wander over. He runs over to the closest of the villagers' bodies that are on the floor. And Tivana is still standing there, cradling Gustav's body. She looks up at Godfrey as he begins to pray. And she places her hand on your shoulder and says, "My thanks. He needs our prayers now more than ever."
Godfrey can't quite believe what's just happened. Like, he's kind of just falls onto his knees next to him. Just kind of goes through the prayer, but it's like just from rote memory. It's like not even paying attention.
You can see that as soon as you start speaking, tears fall freely from her eyes, and she begins to break down properly. What little exterior of resolve that she was trying to uphold is now completely broken down with your touching words. For the rest of you, what would you like to do?
When I finish the prayer, I'll cast light, so it's like just floating above them.
I too cast light.
Can I ask you about my wounds?
Gravity.
Yeah, Torlek will look at your wounds for you. With the last of his strength. Oh dear, that's not very good. You regain 7 hit points as he holds his hands Reiki style over you. You hear him say, "Bathe in the light. Bathe in the light and be healed." You see a flash of light and a feeling of warmth comes over you as your wounds knit back together. Not entirely, I don't think. Or unless they're back to hell. They are entirely knitted back together. You notice now with no lasting effects. But your skin is starting to burn, those of you that have Strigoi blood on it.
So I'm not feeling too great about my actions of the last few moments, but talking about feelings is something that other people do. However, I do have prestidigitation as a cantrip, so if anyone would like a fake shower, then let's just get us all cleaned up.
Readily prestidigitate the Strigoi blood away. I want more.
I do Torlek and the Okuna first, because I did try to hit them with a stick.
Okay.
I'm going to.
Do any of you take up the railroady mission of letting Victor know that it is safe to come out?
I'll go tell Victor it's safe to come out.
Wonderful. That's the next bit I've got written. So you find Victor and his family and several others huddled deep in the cellar beneath the golden stag. He comes out. Is it over? Is Tivana safe? Where is Gustav?
Well, I've got some good news. Tivana's safe. She's outside. Gustav, I'm afraid he didn't make it, but he's with the light now, and I think you might want to go outside. You'll see for yourself what's going on.
You see a deep, shuddering cry overcome him. My heart is broken. He was a good friend. I have known him for many years, and I would sorely miss him.
Well, he died well.
Your rooms here are free for the night, and for as long as you would like to stay. Please, it is the least I can do.
I chuckle when I say,
food or water. My family will see to you. I must see to Gustav. And he runs out into the street.
I kind of try and jovially lighten the mood by going, how about a mug or two of ale? Shaking as I hold my hand out.
As Victor runs past you into the street, his wife, where is she? Katiana Mensch comes out to the cellar with her children and the others and says, "Yes, I think we all could use a stiff drink right now. I know I certainly could. It is customary to toast the fallen." And she'll move behind the bar and start pouring as many mugs of ale as she can.
When
you guys have a quiet moment now, what would you like to do in the aftermath?
Reenact
me. I'd like to talk to him as well.
Reenact the scene from the post-credit scene from Avengers Assemble, where they're all sat in the shawarma shop. That's pretty much what I see going on here. Instead of shawarma, it's mugs of ale.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna.
Godfrey. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say I'm just gonna pat Leo on the shoulder and say, "I'm sorry about the swing, and thank you for trying to snap me out of it." And then kind of work my jaw a little bit because it's still aching, and go, "Next time, maybe try a little less hard, yeah." Just to try and lighten the mood a little bit.
I knew it seemed a bit out of sorts, old boy.
Lepido, I think it might be time for us to lighten the mood with a tune or two whilst we take stock of what has occurred and enjoy these beverages.
You
What
start on
say
the spoons, I'll start on the drink.
Well said, sir. Well said.
Wonderful. Godfrey?
When Victor gets over, I'm just gonna like turn to him and say, his sacrifice has allowed thousands of others to live. This is now hallowed ground. It's basically the best death anyone could hope for.
He puts a hand on your shoulder, and you can see that he's now too bereft for words. His body is racked with shaking, inconsolable crying as he kneels down between you and Tivana to lay a hand on Gustav's body.
I'm kind
He
of gonna
just
go back
stands
inside
there
now
with
and leave them to their grief, since I don't know this guy. My prayer's done. I'll just head back into the bar, sit with a drink.
So, if you wish, you were all now in the bar with a mug of ale in hand. The adrenaline of battle still pumping in your veins, you were overcome with all of the emotions that such a violent encounter can conjure. You have a moment of quiet to talk among yourselves, if you wish, before we end for this evening.
I think Godfrey's probably just sitting, holding the pint in one hand and looking at his shaking hand in the other. Not saying anything.
I'm gonna check on Marshall.
There you go.
You see around the back of the Golden Stag to where the small stables is, Audra is huddled at the back of a stall behind a bale of hay, kneeling down, making herself as small as possible. Only when you approach, she smells your familiar scent does she stand up and walk towards the front of her stall, and she nuzzles towards your pack at the side where you keep the carrots.
I'll give her a carrot.
You can see she's ears flicker up, and she makes a contented noise as she chomps away on the carrot.
Good.
Mona, it seems, is quite unfazed by the entire affair.
That's good. And then I think true to form, I will probably just want to go in and go to bed and not talk to anybody because she's kind of a dick.
I mean, that sounds like me in real life every day, to be honest.
Same.
So those of you that want to can sit and drink long into the night. Those of you that want to go to bed will find the rooms upstairs empty. Does not look like there's been anyone there for a little while. There's a thin layer of dust on the sideboards. The sheets are clean and the beds are soft. And we will rejoin this when dawn breaks and Braskov mourns its dead.
I think just before Torlek or whatever leaves, I think I'd try and catch him and say, there's no shame in what happened. She's twisted more powerful adventurers than you.
I'll just sort of give him a bit of a nod, but like that means a lot to Torlek, who's really kind of shaken by the entire thing. You know, just go and sort of sit and stare pensively into a flagon for a long time.